Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And the Q&A is the show all for the Sarcasm City residents, people. It's all for the Sarcasm City residents. You lot get to ask us any sporting question, past or present. So it's any sport, past or present. It can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing. Get your questions in. Of course, if you are a member as well, the membership link is in the pinned comment. Your question takes priority like a super chat, people. Your question takes priority like a super chat. And of course, super chats take priority. I will start all of any of the members' questions. I will star all of the super chats, and I will star any of the good questions as well. Any questions outside of those. I'm also joined by Timo in the building as well. What are you saying, Timo? You good?
All good. All good. Evening, everyone. Evening. All good, yeah.
Yeah, man. Good to have you here. I presume you're watching the Chelsea game as well while you're on here. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
pretty much like the game hasn't started yet, so
Okay. I thought so. But please make sure as well, people, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back afterwards, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials as well. Go to my Twitter and Instagram, that's me flawless, or the Sarcasm City TV socials, which is Sarcasm City TV, and you can retweet, like, and share from there, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. It is road to 5k subscribers, people. The 4K subscriber party will probably be next week Saturday. I'll keep you lot posted and updated on that. We'll get your questions in. As you can see from the title as well, the De Jong saga to Manchester United continue. Kounde is looking like he's close to signing for Chelsea. Timo, your thoughts on that? You know what I'm saying? Actually, switch lanes. Your thoughts on the De Jong deal, because he's been linked with your club as well. So your thoughts on De Jong to United, thoughts on De Jong potentially at Chelsea as well. We'll start with Chelsea though.
potentially for me, De Jong is more of an option to that midfield. At the moment, we've got about 5 players competing for that midfield. You've got Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, Gallagher, and Gilmore. Plus, you got Mason Mount added to that mix just because he plays as a box to box. But for me, it's just all about the squad depth. And if we get De Jong somehow from you guys, I think our back line to the middle is gonna be humongous. Like for me, I think it's just like with you guys. Like I feel you guys need more De Jong than we do. I think from
Fair.
Chelsea's point of view, I feel like this is more of a squad depth in my opinion. But it'll be a steal if it comes to us. It'll be a steal. But at the moment, I just don't think Barcelona will not give up De Jong that easily. They're
Oh, so
playing
you think he stays there?
at the moment, yeah, at the moment, because I haven't seen a lot concrete offer from my United at the moment. Rumors are circling around, but I just think that he might stay there. But
Hmm.
from the Barcelona point of view, I feel like they're trying to they're trying to get rid of some players out because they don't want to get caught up in the FFP rule. But
Hmm.
yeah, man, I think you lot have to move. You have to move quicker in the window because time like you haven't got much time left, and window closes on in 2 weeks' time, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, it
So
closes the end of August, fam.
end of August.
Yes, the end of August. So you got like still 5-6 weeks. End of August it closes. Someone in the comments
Yeah.
correct me, but I swear it's the end of August. And Ryan have sent you the link as well, little bro. Yeah, go on, carry on. Carry on, Timo.
No, like I said, I think you guys need him more than we do in that case.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that 110%. We definitely, even though I think he'd be a great addition for you lot, 'cause I think you lot need more midfielders, you still have quality in those areas, whereas ours is lacking. Even with Ericsson being signed, De Jong, I've said this before, I'll say this again, De Jong is needed. I believe another midfielder is needed on top of that as well. Welcome Ryan to the show as well. What you saying, Ryan? You good? Is he there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. What you
Can you
saying,
hear
man?
me?
You good?
Yeah, good. You guys okay?
Yeah, man. All bless, all bless. Large up the chat as well. Frotetta says big up. Fraser says yo, big up. He also says Tielemans going to United now. The dictator needs to hurry up, or you lot will take him if De Jong goes to Chelsea. That's a link that's not gone away, but I've not heard it with any Vim. But it seems he's been linked with United. He's been linked with Arsenal as well. And for the most part, people are not keen on it. I actually think he's a good midfielder, but The only other person I hear rate him is Ryan. Like Neil, obviously those that know Neil from Shameless FC, he says he's a good player but has his deficiencies. When I talk to other Manchester United fans, they're not too keen on him either. I actually rate him. I would be if he was at
rate him,
Manchester
but I
United, I'd be
don't.
happy. Go on.
I rate him, but like I do acknowledge that he isn't the perfect player in terms of off the ball. He can be a liability a lot of the time. So, but on the ball, I do think he is a very good player. I don't think he's world class or anything like that, but I like him. Like when he's on the ball, he's good on the ball. He's good with his passes. His distribution is very good. He's got good vision. Yeah, he's a good player, but would I take him at Liverpool? I don't know. I don't think he's off the ball. Off the ball, he's great. So like, yeah, probably not, to be fair. But I do rate him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I do, but people seem to not be too keen on him. Yes, the off the ball issue, defensively, it could be a problem, but that's why systems are key. If you dominate the ball, then
Yeah.
could he fit in at Liverpool? Probably not because of the way they play. Could he fit in at Manchester City? Yes. Could he fit in? I may even switch that in a possession-based team. Yes. If you're a possession-based team who like, you know what I'm saying, short passes, long passes, then I could see it working. Well, people don't seem too keen on him. That seems to be the general consensus, whether it's people I personally know, whether it's other content creators, whether it's the chat. Like I said,
It
only
might be
Leicester
mixed
fan.
in with. It might
Go
be
on.
mixed in with maybe Leicester not having a great season as well. So people see Leicester not having a great season and think, oh, automatically Tielemans didn't have a great season. So it's like, because I think even the Ndidi hype has kind of gone down this season. I feel like as well. You don't really hear many people hyping him up as they used to before. So like, yeah, I think it's just maybe coincided with Leicester's like dropping form this season, I guess.
Yeah, I take them both. Just putting it out there, people. I'm a big fan. Been a big fan of
I think
Ndidi, but that's
Madison
all
is their
preference.
best midfielder
You know what I'm
personally.
saying? That's all preference. If I needed a 10, would I go for Madison? Yeah, but I'm just talking about more so what my team needs. But Ndidi's my
Oh
preference
yeah,
over
yeah.
DM anyway.
You
Like
see
that's just my
Madison, though.
preference.
I think Madison's brilliant.
You'd have him at Liverpool?
Oh yeah, all day. Or even in like an attacking 8, I think he could do a job. Like, yeah, I love Madison. I think he's quality.
True say, you've been saying this about Madison. You have been saying this about him. But yeah, Tielemans, yeah, we'll see. Big up Dominic as well, who says Xavi was playing De Jong at centre back last night. De Jong has also said that Barca does not play him in his actual position like the national team does. Yeah, because from my knowledge, they play him as an 8 and he's more a 6. So why he wants to stay at a team, like this is just logical, but I think because it's Manchester United involved, people just want to laugh and be like, oh, you don't want to be at Manchester United. So not only do they owe me money, they also play me out of position. Why would you want to stay? And now they're playing me at centre back. Like that's so it's no surprise when I heard they play like Barcelona have been doing shady shenanigans all summer. So this don't surprise me. That's what's slowing down the deal, but that's Barcelona for you. That's them. Mohammed says, is he better than Henderson? Who Tielemans? Yes, he is better than Henderson. Yes. He is better. But
I
Henderson,
think it's because I said I wouldn't take him at Liverpool. Like I think that's just because like I'm not sure he'd actually fit in our system. Is he good enough in terms of his talent to play for Liverpool? Absolutely, but like it's not. I'm not. Mind you, we have become even more. We have slightly changed our way of playing in terms of we have become more like possession based, especially with Thiago coming in as well. You can see that, and the type of midfielders that Klopp wants to line up with, and the type we're interested in. It's become more about being good on the ball now. So maybe Tielemans could fit in more. But still,
I could see him going and being a squad. Yeah, I could see him being a squad player for you lot. I'm not saying I don't think Klopp goes to, so I don't think he is.
He'd probably get into our starting 11 though, because apart from Thiago for being, our midfield ain't great. So I mean, is he better than Henderson? Absolutely, but that's not exactly the benchmark. Like, let's be real.
Nah, I get exactly what you're saying. Spirit says Tielemans is quality. I would love him at Liverpool. Fortetta says, whatever happened to Milinkovic-Savic hype? Because he was linked with Chelsea. We'll go over to the Chelsea.
United used to be linked with him loads.
See, I had only heard of him fully like this season, but we'll go to the Chelsea representative, Timo. Your thoughts on this? Because he's been linked with your club, Milinkovic-Savic. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Milinkovic-Savic.
I think it fades away. I think we didn't even have a conversation or there's like a major advanced talks about Milinkovic-Savic a lot. I think it's just all rumors by the media.
Yeah, because he was linked with you lot, but then nothing came of it, and there was nothing came of it, and there was no official bid. There was no talks. There was no Chelsea have met up with his representatives, etc., etc. So we'll see. Spirits is saying Madison's as well. Quality also goes on to say C1 says Madison quality number 10, been inconsistent, but last year was first season in a long time he was consistent because he was fit. And Ali's saying it here. Ali's a big Ryan fan as well. Anytime you're not here, he's like, where's Ryan? He says Naby Keita or Tielemans talent, Ryan. So he's asking you Keita or Tielemans.
Naby Keita is actually more talented than what people give him credit for. Problem is he's inconsistent with it and he's always injured. So Naby Keita is talented. That's the thing. He actually does have ability, but so does Tielemans. Probably Tielemans, to be honest, I'd say.
And after big up time to shine as well, because not only has he been a member for 8 months, he says, Fab said, why would Chelsea agree a fee for a player who wants to stay at Barca with De Jong, but then saying United agreed a fee? Contradiction. United, I think, like I said, Barca need the money. Like, we know that as much. They want to get rid of him. We know that. Like, look at the way they're treating him. Look at the way De Jong's talking. So we'll see. But big up to you as well, Time to Shine, for being a member for so long as well. Ali goes on to say, Ryan, who do you want to improve in our midfield?
You just need someone. I wanted Barella when I heard we were kind of being linked with him, because I do really like him, and I think he would have fit in well in like the right CM role, which is kind of where we need, because you got Fabinho in as the DM, Thiago on like the left sided 8, and then you need someone on the other side, and I think Barella would have been a good option, but those links have died down, and it's been more about Bellingham now. I think Bellingham's more likely. Do I think we get a midfielder this summer? No, even though we should do, but I can see us getting like Bellingham next summer. I think I can definitely see us getting him next summer. So my first choice would be Barella, but I'd take either one of him or Bellingham. In an ideal world, I'd want both in it, because I do think we could do with 2 midfielders like that, just in order to make the squad, that area of the squad more kind of secure and strong. But I admit 2's not going to happen. So,
all right. And for Altara says, I think this is what he's getting at. He says, Wijnaldum probably leaving PSG. I know the answer to this question, but Ryan, would you take him back?
No.
Why would you not?
I'd rather get no midfielder than get him back.
Why are you so defiant on taking the guy that helped you lot win the Premier League title back?
That was a few years ago now. I don't want him, bro, honestly. I thought he was so shit. He was so shit in his last season, honestly. Like, now.
Is he that bad though, Wijnaldum?
Yeah, what was he do? What was he doing previously that he's not doing now? That's an issue. What's the problem?
What do you mean? Because I haven't watched.
Because you said no. Because you said no. I'm saying, when I say the last, so you just said there he was proper shit in the last season at Liverpool. So I'm saying, what did he do in the previous seasons before that last season that made you think that, or did you just never rate him?
I never really rated him highly anyway. I was never a fan of him. Like,
okay,
yeah,
now I'm asking why.
You're
wrong. I don't watch Wijnaldum.
He was just a really basic player who would work hard off the ball. He was okay in the tackle. He'd keep the team shape, and he'd keep it simple with the ball. But now, like I said, we've changed now, and I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't want him back, man. He was so shit in the midfield. It takes about 10 years to release the ball. Oh my word, bro. Yeah, I don't want him back, man. Really
so it's more so he's just not special at anything.
Yeah. It's that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm just gauging it. I don't think he was. Obviously, you watch Liverpool more than me, but when I watched him,
he's not a complete he's not a shit player, but I just don't want him back, man. Honestly, he was that bad in his last season, bro. I remember that Real Madrid away game, bro.
Hey, man, we've seen plenty of teams lose away to Real Madrid, Liverpool. We've seen Chelsea do it.
You should have seen him in that game, though.
I'll hold that. Just all bow down to Real Madrid, but that's a whole different conversation. Melissa Reddy, I'm not sure how reliable she is, but this is from Mertaz. It says,
she works for Sky Sports.
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't even know. So she's fairly reliable. So this is I think this is a quote, tweet, whatever. A club doesn't get so far in a negotiations process if they don't know whether the player wants to come to your club or not. De Jong has intimate. What is that word?
As intimated.
Oh. Yeah, that's not that. I know what intimate, but that's not the correct word. But I get it. But he's basically said, De Jong has said to Ten Hag, pay the man and he'll be here. Yeah, literally, that's what it is. I've said this about the De Jong deal. If De Jong didn't want to go to Manchester United, then the conversations is a short. It's over. It's a very short conversation. It's no, I don't want to come to your club, and then that's that. There's nothing else to discuss whatsoever. So why would you then go and negotiate a fee with the club? Bear in mind, Ten Hag has a previous relationship with this guy. Well, they have a current relationship, but they worked together previously. So yeah, I believe De Jong would fully be at Manchester United without doubt, without
I think
question.
you'll get him eventually.
I think you know what? I don't know, just because of Barcelona. The only stumble, and I can't even blame my club for that, because these men are crooks. You know what I'm saying? Absolute crooks. Welcome, Jez, to the show as well. You saying, Jez, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. What are you guys saying?
Yeah, man. You feeling better than you were yesterday, fam?
Yeah, I did better. After the
sure?
Frank and that today. Yeah.
Yeah, you were struggling yesterday in that. The heat had Jez all over the place.
So listen, it wasn't as hard as obviously yesterday. So.
All over the place. It was like Ryan with the pretty girls on stream. All over the place, man. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what's what.
I mean,
That's actually
I still had what's it called, composure though, in terms of like.
Yeah. Well, as uncomposed as this guy here on the right hand side, and that. You know what I'm saying? You know who else is also uncomposed on the right hand side?
Shut up.
Talk about it.
You lot continue to get your questions in. Ali saying I agree with Ryan. Spirits is saying Wijnaldum a special press resistant, in my opinion. Was he press resistant? I didn't watch him like that. I don't think he was as bad as Ryan made out though. Yeah,
he's not a shit player. Nah, he's not a shit player, but like just not that good in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a good squad player. Surely he's just a good squad player. He's an effective squad player.
We've already got a bunch of squad players, bro. We need starter, bro. That's what we need.
You can improve on your squad players, though. Is he not better than the Ox?
Yeah, but that's not hard. He's the worst.
Is he better than Milner?
Probably. But then
is he better than Keita?
No, I'd rather Keita.
But Keita, what was Keita's injury record like?
Last season, it was a bit better to be. It was better to be fair. He did play a lot, especially in the second half of the season. I'd rather Keita all
joke. All right, so
I'd rather have Harvey Elliott all day.
All right, fair enough then. Fair enough. Frontier says, "Yeah, what you saying? Oh my God, about go on, fam."
Harvey Elliott's a baller. Harvey Elliott's actually a very good player.
Nah, I don't know what Timo's saying. Oh my God, about. I don't think it's that. You don't know who Harvey Elliott is. Who are you talking about? What you oh my God in about smiling away at?
No, nothing.
Timo, I'm talking to you now. You gotta share the joke now. Why are you cheesing over there? This guy showing all his teeth. Why is it? You know what I'm saying? What are you cheesing about?
I'm talking to Sammy. All
right. Oh, okay. Sammy, Chelsea Fan TV.
Yeah.
Hey, tell Sammy this turns into Chelsea Fan TV 2.0. Cut me a check. Nah, big up Chelsea Fan TV. Big up Sammy as well. Where else? Let's go to this. Mertaza says, also, apparently, according to Massa on Spanish media, Real Madrid want Jude Bellingham, and he would be open to go there. We all know what happens when Madrid and Liverpool battle it out for a player. We also know what happens to right backs at the back stick when Real Madrid.
That was unnecessary.
But
how was that necessary?
Yeah, it was very necessary. You know what I'm saying? It was extreme. Yeah, exactly, Judge. You know, it's very necessary. I think it's necessary when right backs defend the back stick back. You know what I'm saying? Unlike Trent in the Champions League final, but here we are. But as I was saying, yeah, of course, Jude. If this is true, of course, Jude Bellingham would be open to go there. I could see why Real Madrid are interested as well.
Well, the one thing I would say is that there's a guarantee that if he comes to us, he's starting every game pretty much. He's a regular starter. With Madrid, they signed Camavinga, Tchouaméni, they got Valverde there. You know, this is after Modric and Kroos leave, by the way, as well, because obviously I know that they've got
Who's Valverde though? Valverde was clear of him. He's like years younger.
No, he's better than Valverde. I admit that, but like they've got options with Madrid. Like I'd say I'm just saying it's easy. It's a lot. Jude Bellingham is legit. He's guaranteed like regular starter at Liverpool if he comes more than Real Madrid. Even though I think he's probably good enough to start for Madrid as well, he's more guaranteed it at Liverpool.
What I would say
I think he wants to work under Klopp as well. Apparently, he wants to work under Klopp. That's what.
Yeah, if you're smart, like I say, I've said this before. You go to Real Madrid when you are entering your prime years or you're in your prime years.
He's still only. Is he 18, 19 now? Is he 18?
I'm not sure how old
I think he's actually turning 19 soon, or is 19.
Jesus, is he that young? Yeah, like. But then again, it depends. You may back your ability and go, you know what, I'm gonna do the Vinicius thing and go become a starter there. It's just that it's very unforgiving. Is he good enough for what I've seen?
He only turned 19.
Did Vinicius come through the ranks there?
I don't know.
No, at the bottom. So the bottom.
Did they?
Yeah, he was bought for the
yeah.
first team. Yeah, Jude only turned 19 last month.
Yo, Timo, is Vinny still the most talented player you've ever seen play football?
This guy don't be listening, you know. He's absolutely ridiculous.
What are you on
But
about?
Taza says, but flawlessly, he ain't even listening to you now, fam.
That
But
Q,
flawless just because he's not
Q&A,
even listening. Yo, Ryan, you're wasting your breath. He's not listening to you. You could say
Bruv, I
whatever.
wasn't listening.
See, I told you. What did I say? I know you weren't listening. I was just making Ryan aware that you weren't listening. He wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? And that, but he was listening to me saying that he wasn't listening. Know how crazy that is. And he's not even listening to this now. If I asked him a question now, he wouldn't have a fucking Scooby. Would you, Timo?
No, nothing. Carry on.
Yeah, see. But flawless, just because someone is better than what you currently have, you settle for mediocre squad players. Fair enough, they're better than what you have, but you should always strive for the best. Yeah, you should always strive for the best. What I was saying with Wijnaldum is he's not an awful player to have on a free who already knows your system. I'm not saying he should be first off the bench, but I'm saying if he's second or third, I don't think that is an issue. And Liverpool seem to do well with their squad players, to be honest, from what I've seen. The likes of, I know Ryan's always on. I'd love a squad player that got me 15 goals this season. Like, they're squad players for a reason. You know why these men ain't top class? Because if they was top class, they'd be banging down the door for first team football. Or they'd move somewhere else to get first team football. Or they'd be at your club playing first team football. Squad players exist for a reason because they're not at that level week in, week out to be playing week in, week out at the highest level. But they can come in and do a job, i.e. Joe. Joe is a prime example of that. So you have many players like that. Jesus was like that. Zinchenko was like that. There's players who would just, just going to drop in and do a job type thing. But I understand your point, Metaza. I get it. Big up Black Diamond in the car. I did see your message. I'm going to hit you back as well, my guy. It says, flawless. Seeing you doing the Lord's work on Lewis's channel. Yes, sir. Bringing the knowledge to the masses. Big up every time. That was fun, man. I enjoyed that still. Large on my guy Lewis every single time, man. Every single time. Again, you lot continue to get questions.
Was that early today when you were debating Jorginho or something?
Yeah. It was debating Jorginho.
Yo, the disrespect Jorginho gets for some Chelsea fans. I think
I'm actually in agreement with you.
Because you know why?
Talk about it.
The fan base being brainwashed by Alex Goldberg, one of the top OGs, they call it, on the Chelsea accounts.
Didn't he used to get booed in his first season, though?
Huh?
Didn't he get booed in his first season, though, Jorginho, when Sarri was there?
Used to.
Yeah, like,
I
think Jorginho's quality.
Like,
for me, he reminds me of he's like the same profile as kind of like Thiago in terms of the way they control games. Like Thiago's better than him, but like the way they just control the tempo of a football match. It's like it's a hard thing to do, man. He's a quality baller still. He's quality.
Yeah, like I hate you, fam. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I think it's crazy.
I think people really underappreciate players who can do that, who keep the ball ticking, who don't waste the ball and control tempo football matches. People really underappreciate that skill.
It's for two reasons, fam. You know why? One, there's no stat to show you. Yeah. There's no stat to show that. And number two, it doesn't look good on the eye.
Sometimes it does look good on the eye, though.
It depends how.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if you do, go on, Jez, go on.
Because sometimes it's like people would love to see you do the tackling and trying to run around and be active rather than
the passion
the
stuff.
ball.
Yeah.
It's not even just the passion stuff. It's just you being more active off the ball, on the ball. For example, dribbling the ball. Everything. That's why people love attackers, because they're like active, trying to dribble past like a defender and everything, or a midfielder that's trying to win the ball back and runs around. But when you look at players like Thiago and Jorginho, they're holding the ball, they're trying to keep it simple, control the tempo, and slow down the game, which obviously people don't want the game to be slowed down, but obviously there's reasoning to that. There's a deeper reason for that.
There's a reason why Modric took so long to get his just dues. It's only now when he's 30. How old is Modric? 36?
I think like
37.
About that, yeah.
So he's 36, 37, and only like it's not like Modric just this season just blew up and became cold. He's been that way for years. But it took up until this point because, again, it don't look good on the eyes. Xavi Alonso is another one if we're taking it back further. The whole being able to set the tempo of the game, people don't like, because like I said, there's no stat to show it. There's no running the game stat. There's no, and on the eye as well, like I said, you can't really, there's not a metric for it. Yeah. It's not like a striker who scores goals, where you can see him score goals, and then you can go and look and be like, he's scored X amount. That's where it stems from. But people do underestimate, because when you take Jorginho out of that team, it don't look the same. Modric is another one who does that type of thing as well. Like, it's really, really, really key. But the players around him, though, well, if you ask the Chelsea players, they'll tell you. They'll know.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because they're smart. And one Danzo says here, after seeing Jorginho in person, I had to take it back. He is class. Don't worry, man. We will get to all the questions as well. I'm just going to the members first, of course. Matazo, again, on the Chelsea slander. I can see this is going to be an ongoing theme for the entire season. Is what it is. Red Matazo that you pick Chelsea, but each to their own. Timo, do you get annoyed with Tuchel's back five terrorist football? Bro, watching 3 games of Ten Hag has me feeling sorry for everyone having gone through terrorist football for the past 7 years.
What terrorist football are you talking about?
Yeah, to Shulaban football. That's what he's saying.
Charlie, man.
What Shulaban football? I have no idea what crap Murtaza is smoking. There's no such thing as a terrorist football. I just don't get it. Like, that's because, you know, some of our fan base are twerking for Declan Rice. That's why they hate Jorginho a lot. That's why some of the fan base want to.
I don't think that's the question, though.
It doesn't matter. It's like, I'm not getting annoyed. Why would I get annoyed? I enjoy what I see from Tuchel.
Talk to him, Timo, man. Yeah, talk to him, chat to him.
Talk about that. Talk about the football, not Jorginho.
I enjoy what I see from Tuchel.
Tell him how he's a Chicago Bulls fan and they ain't seen him ring since '98, fam. Talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
The best player you saw is the Martin Rose.
You should get giddy.
Say that again. They get what? Say that again, Timo. They get what?
I think Murtaza are getting giddy.
Giddy. Yo, Timo's northern accent is jokes, yo. Your northern accent is A1, yo.
Getting giddy, bro. Relax, man. Relax.
I talk about it.
I said you're getting too giddy.
Preseason high, man. Love it.
My God.
Well done for the Bangkok trophy. Well done.
Hey, yeah, facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Taza says, bro, I'm being 100% honest. Genuine question. The back five defensive negative football is not pleasing on the eye. Entertaining at all.
The person who complained I was playing a back three in 2016-17.
Say that again?
Hold on. Is it the same Murtaza that complained about us playing a back three with Conte when we won the league 2016-17?
Maybe. He probably did. I don't know. He's got this ongoing beef with Chelsea now. I don't know where it's... Actually, I know where it stems from.
Chelsea we played back three, we won the league. What's wrong with it? Like,
everyone
plays back three these days. What's wrong with playing with the back three? What's the worst thing? Like,
there's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing wrong about it.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. I hear you.
What do you want? Like, do you want to see like a proper like tiki-taka football like Pep? It's not going to work like in a year or two. There's a reason why Pep keep going on to the market, get these signings a lot. You see,
it's actually not easy, to be honest. I agree with that. Though. It's not that. It's not.
You see what Pep's done first season. You look at the squad, not good enough. Some of them, bin them out. Then getting new signings. I just don't get it. Like, playing a back five doesn't make any negative football at all.
Depends the way you play it. That's the thing. It's the way you play it. That's like.
Yeah, it can be offensive. It can be defensive. Yeah, you're right. Again, I've started your messages. I've started the questions. Don't worry, and I'm just going to the members because
we played defensive football in 16-17, but we won the league. What's wrong with that?
Well, right.
In all seriousness, I'm not sure if Chelsea's football with Tuchel is as boring as what people make out. I just think it's not as good as a Liverpool or a City, isn't it? It's just that, but I don't think it's not as if they play like boring football. It's like
they don't play shit football. Like
they don't. They keep most of the ball in games.
That's
like
demolition football.
And it's because of how bad their attackers are. It makes people think. I think that they play boring football because they don't score like that many goals in it compared to like a Liverpool or City. But actually, if you watch Chelsea consistently, they don't play shit football. If I'm being honest, like
you just have terrible attackers. Yeah, go on, Jez.
Yeah, they got shit attackers. That's all.
For me, it's like obviously I don't support Chelsea, so when I watch them sometimes, obviously I get bored a little bit because like it's not my team, innit? But when you really look at it from a sense of like them playing ball, hold the possession very well, it's very hard to score on them, and they create chances, but they have just shitty attackers that can't score. They probably could have more high scoring games if they actually had attackers that can actually finish the chances. You know what I mean? So it's like
I can't lie. Chelsea's defense is looking. Don't get me wrong. It was already good before like Rudiger and the
The other
Danish
guy.
guy left
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. But like,
The other guy.
don't get me wrong, it's looking even scarier because like if they get a back three of like they've already got Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and they're probably Kounde. Like with Reece James as the right wing back and Ben Chilwell as the left wing back. Even though I don't rate Ben Chilwell that highly, like putting my left wing back, he's good.
The thing is, sorry about it.
But like, if I think Chelsea, I think they're dangerous. Not in terms of the league, but I think the Champions League. Like I said it, I think they're definitely one of the favourites to win that next season because literally for the Champions League, they've won it very recently. The manager and a lot of those players, like very recently, they've won it, and they're more suited to being a cup team. And their defense to win the Champions League, having a great defense is so important. And over two-legged ties and in these one-off games, they're going to be so hard to score against, bro. I don't think anyone's going to want to come up against Chelsea in the Champions League next season.
Yeah, anyone but you lot won't. Real Madrid want to see him though.
Especially with that back line of us, like this is the thing that the term
they're
that
going to be so hard to score against.
Exactly. Like if you want to be reached at the top of the higher level, you build the squad from the back and then you continue forwards in midfield. Then then after that, but if you got like great attack, there's your squad in it, complete squad. This is what Bowley's trying to do with Chelsea. He's trying to build the Tuchel squad from the back, then the middle, then the front.
I do think you could do with another midfielder though, because Kante's finished. And obviously Kovacic is injury prone, isn't it? So like, you can't just limit yourselves to Kovacic and Jorginho because if one of them's out for like a big game, you could struggle. Then, to be fair, so like,
this is why
I do think you need one more midfielder.
Yeah, this is why I'll take De Jong on a heartbeat.
De Jong would be a great signing.
If we hijack De Jong from United, that's your midfielder complete.
Yeah, that's a scary signing if that happens.
Yeah. Larger my guy Deviant as well every time. He says big on the panel every time. And congrats again on hitting the 4K. Big work rate. Big up Deviant. Deviant, let me know when you want to join as well, man. It's been a minute since we spoke football as well. So if you want to join, shout me. Big up to my guy Deviant every single time. Let me get to some more of these questions. Well, Ali says, fellas, rank these CDMs, Rodri, Fabinho, Jorginho, Partey, Basuma. They all do different jobs. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they're different profiles.
I don't class Jorginho as a DM. Like, it depends what you.
Not like in terms. I would just say in terms of profile. Like I would say Rodri, Fabinho, and Jorginho are a similar profile.
In terms of all of them in order as players, that go Rodri
probably
number one, Fabinho number two, Jorginho number three, Basuma number 4, and Partey number 5 for me.
Probably, yeah. In terms of just sheer talent, yeah. It's the order you have it and switch Basuma for Partey, I would say.
You got Partey ahead of Basuma?
No, switch Basuma for Partey. That's why I said the order.
No, but I had Basuma before Partey.
Yeah, same. That's exactly what I said. I said the order he's rowing apart from Basuma and Partey.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought you said what I said.
Yeah. So it's the same. Go on, you get to it, Jess. Yeah, you can answer as well. I know Timo ain't listening, but yeah, go on.
What? I'm listening, man. What are you on about?
Oh, sure. Are you listening? I'm surprised, man. Nice of you to listen. Thank you, man. Nice of you to turn up to a live stream and listen. Thank you. You're a star, fam.
Obviously, I was just thinking if I can do anything controversial, like switching Fabinho and Jorginho in it, but I think I'm just going to keep it like that.
Hey, it is what it is.
But obviously, Basuma fourth, and then obviously Partey fifth. Like, I think Partey is quite. I think Basuma do it better for a more consistent time as well, staying healthy. And Partey, it's funny because how Arsenal fans have changed the narrative that Partey is one of the best DMs in the league, just because he played good half a season.
Right up. And we'll see. Cause I actually rated Partey before he went to Arsenal, and then he just got Arsenal.
Me too. Yeah, yeah, he got Arsenal pretty much. Yeah,
he just got Arsenal. Fellas, how do you see United lining up at the start of the season, and do you think it will be different by the end of the season? How will we line up at the start of the season? Depends on how many players we sign by that point. And these are the big question marks. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even 110% sure. I wouldn't put money on what formation we're playing. Never mind who them players are in that formation. And this is the great thing. This time last season, I could tell you what formation we're going to play and who's going to play. Like, because we knew what Oli was going to do. Whereas with Ten Hag, it's a new manager, new players as well, in terms of players he's bringing in. So it's all about those questions we all have being answered. So do I know how we're going to line up? No. will be different by the end of the season? Most likely. Because what Ten Hag is going to do, figure out who he rates and who he don't. He's going to figure out who he can use, who can be utilized during his project and who he wants to sell and what players he wants to bring in. He's going to find out. But people can say, like, he doesn't know these players yet. Like, we know them in terms of myself, you, Fraser, as well, and everybody else that's watched Manchester United for however many years. We know the players, but he doesn't. So there'll be players, like I said, there's going to be players that he utilizes that we're, like, surprised about. And there might be players that we think are dead certs he's going to use and he doesn't. It's all about, like, outside of ability on the football pitch. It's all about, also about them as people, like their mental approach. You might just not get on with someone. Someone might not take instructions on well. There's so many variables with this. So many variables. But will it be different by the end of the season? Yes. And that's what I'm interested to see. That's what it is. Let's see. Fraser saying here, we have Connor and Ampadu as backups this season, better midfield depth than Russ and Saul. Yo, Ryan, that noise is on again. Mute yourself and then unmute yourself when you want to say what you want to say from. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a cricket or something. Yeah, and you're right, Black Diamond. Yeah, different jobs in different totally systems. Party's better than Basuma. Don't have the passing party as no. Like Basuma's a bad ball. Like technically, he's miles better. He's better at everything in a technical aspect than Thomas Partey. And I like Thomas Partey, but Basuma's better technically. Like, without doubt.
That's what I'm saying. Like all these guys do different things. Like Partey's, he can. Out of all of them, you can probably, other than Jorginho, you can probably argue that he has the better pass from like the deeper area of the field, in where he can progress the ball forward. The Suma's more ball winner, but can progress. In my opinion, progresses the ball better than Partey. Like, everybody has the strengths, but I think technically, and who's better defensively, I think Suma's better than Partey personally. Yeah. But if I can choose who, I think also the fact that the Suma been, let's be honest, he wasn't a worse team, yet he stays healthy and he plays more consistent as far as Partey. I don't have it. Like, obviously he's Ghanaian brother in that, but still, like, when I look at him at Arsenal, he got Arsenal. Like, he plays only half a season, turns up, and then he disappears for another one. But then I get the hype in him. I don't get the hype then.
Arsenal gonna Arsenal. I know about tonight, but we'll definitely try to get on soon. Big up, though. Big up my guy, Deviant. Metaza says, who in your guys' opinion is top 3 Premier League centre-backs? Mine, Stam, Terry Rio. Stam is so disrespected in the 3 years he was here, he was colossal. Best combination of aggression, pace, power, and tech. It depends who you're talking to. Like, yeah, Stam is definitely number 1 for me. Who else do I have? See, there's so many to name.
Vidic.
That's the issue. No, I wouldn't put Vidic. Vidic would have made my top 3. He cracks my top 10 though, but he's not in my top 3.
I'll put Terry in there as well as a top 5.
See, do I put Terry in there? Nah, he said 3. This guy, listen, he said you're free. 1, 2, 3, fam. He said 3.
I'll put 3 as well. I'll be real.
I'd have Stam. I would have Rio in there, and
I'll put Vidic ahead of Rio.
Nah.
Who's my third? Who's my other one? I'm trying to think. There's been some good centre backs still. Probably Vincent Kompany. I'm not gonna lie in terms of Premier League. He was a beast when I think about it. Like from a physical standpoint, from a technical standpoint, leadership, all of that. But I can't. This man, you can't. You gotta like. Sol Campbell was a beast, but people sleep on it because it was so long.
I think Van Dijk's better than Kompany personally. I'll be real with you.
Van Dijk, I just gotta see more from him. I keep saying this. His story's not finished yet. The film needs to end. I can't rate him. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do. Now, if he continues, I've said this before, if he continues at the trajectory he's on, or gets better in the next 3-4 years, and Liverpool win things, that changes the narrative. Does he get better now? Does he stay the same? Does he get worse? Better. See, that's what I'm saying, but he could, is my point.
Especially after the injury. Don't get me wrong, the way he's come back from that injury in that last season was immense. I thought, like, literally, I can't believe the way he came back from that, but I don't see him getting any better. I think his peak was 2018, 2019. Van Dijk was just unbelievable. But
see, and this is what I'm saying is that's why I say the story's not finished yet because
he's so good. It's not as if he'll still be the best centre back in the league for the next few years because he's just so good. Like even if he declines,
so what's your 3? What's your 3?
I can't say Stam because I never saw him play.
That's fair enough.
Rio's 1. He's number 1. Terry number 2. Yeah, Terry number 2. Who else? 3. Ugh.
Wow, I forgot
Probably Van
company.
Dijk. Probably Van Dijk.
Okay.
I'll be
Company?
honest.
What company?
I said company. I
I'm saying
think
Van Dijk over company personally.
He's saying Van Dijk. All right, what's your 3? Talk to us, Timo.
Oh man. I'll put company Terry. That's
Don't have to be in order.
company
Just
1. Company
Mhm.
1. I say Terry 2nd.
Okay.
That's me being unbiased actually. Wow. It is hard, isn't it? Tony Adams. No?
Tony Adams is a shout.
Again, I never saw him.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's the thing. Like, I'm skeptical between Rio, Vidic, and Adams.
So what's your 3? I'm confused, Timo. What is your 3, fam?
Company, and Terry top 2. And then
Okay, and then your 3 is between Adams, Vidic,
and Rio.
All right, fair enough.
Can I say an underrated one that I don't think gets the respect he deserves? Because he didn't win anything. Alderweireld.
Yeah, he's not top 10.
No, he's not on their level. I'm not saying he's on their level, but he's very underrated.
He's 11.
Jan was way better than him.
Yeah, he's 11 to
You think
20.
Jan was better than him? Jan was quality as well.
Tonkin was way better than him, bro.
Yeah, he's probably 15 to 20.
Was a good centre back, innit? Like, I think he's an underrated centre back keeper, but he wasn't anywhere close to Jan, in my opinion, innit? So, like, I think if you wanted to say like, if you wanted to say Jan for Toby, then I would hear it a little bit more. But Alderweireld,
I think Toby was better. Toby on the ball was ridiculous.
Nah, Jan. I think Jan was the better. I think because he was the main ball playing centre back. Jan was more the defensive one, but Jan was also quite good on the ball, to be honest.
What are you saying, Z1? You good?
Yeah, we talking centre back.
Yeah, just answering this question from Tazo.
The top 3,
top 3. I didn't see Stam, unfortunately, so it's one of them ones.
See, I can't really answer this too much as well. I haven't seen literally most of
just
them.
You know what? It's just off your time period. If you say I started
your time,
it's your time period, isn't it? If you was like I started watching in 2014, you pick from 2014 to 2022. You can only pick what you see.
I think Terry was just slightly better than Rio, just slightly, but I don't think it's clear either way, in my opinion. Then I have Rio 2nd. Then I don't like Liverpool in it, but there's a couple players I can't slander, and Van Dijk's one of them. So
fair enough.
Van Dijk reminds me of company. He reminds me of company, but on steroids. So.
Fair dues.
Yeah, so I have to go with Van Dijk 3.
What are you saying, Jez? What's your 3?
I think it's the same as what's it called? C-Bombs.
Okay. Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. Like I said, you can only judge on what you've seen. That's why I won't stand there and be like talking about players like early 90s or 80s. Like, I didn't see him. Question for the panel. Yeah, go on, fam. Yeah, go on.
I actually want to ask, obviously, since you guys probably have seen other guys as well, who's the best dribbler that you have seen actually play? The best dribbler that you have seen play football?
It's Messi or Neymar for me.
So I was watching like a stream yesterday, and I saw people debating that R9 was the best dribbler that they saw, but then obviously some said that was Messi.
R9's a shout. That's what I'm saying. That's too broad of a. There's too many people that you can put in that list. You know what I'm saying? And like Ronaldo's definitely one of them. And it'd be man to forget because there might be guys who are great dribblers but just weren't the best footballers. But their dribbling was insane.
It's a big what's it called? It's a wide thing where you can go to because we can also say Maradona as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is right. Like David Ginola was an incredible. David Ginola was incredible dribbler.
Yeah,
incredible.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's why I was trying to ask. Because obviously, I didn't see R9 was too young, but
so that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you look in today's game, like say Maximum's a great carrier of the ball, but you wouldn't say he's one of the best players. But in terms of just the dribbling, like just that as an attribute, cold. know what I'm
I can't
saying?
separate Messi and Neymar.
When I watch highlights of like R9, bro, like for me, it's like it's the smoothness, being able to go to around the goalkeeper with ease, all that. Like, you know what I
All
mean?
the time.
It's the elite.
Yeah.
It's the elite. Like some of them is a good, very good dribbler, but it's dribbling like elite, dribbling like that, like Messi is like an R9 Maradona. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's a broad question. Like I said, that's one of them I'd have to sit down and like research and like because there's gonna be guys you forget. I try and narrow down the search. But yeah, back to this. You have to pick a goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and a striker to play with in a five-a-side game. Who you picking? And I can see here because Deviant says mine is Buffon, Puyol, Scholes, and Ronaldinho. So you get to pick any. Everyone get that 5 together. Give someone some. Goalkeeper, I would go. Would I go goalkeeper? Would I go Buffon? Yeah, I'd probably go Buffon. Defender, Maldini. Midfielder, Zidane. Nah. I can't even. Nah. Midfielder. Yeah, because Ronaldinho, you can't really class him as a midfielder, can you? So yeah, it'd have to be a midfielder, Zidane, and striker. What was Ronaldinho? He wasn't a striker, but he was a midfielder, innit? I don't know what you class him as.
Wasn't he like
Yeah, this is where it gets a bit like.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like an attacking midfielder though?
Yeah, he's an attacking midfielder. Yeah. So I'd probably go Ronaldinho, Ronaldo.
Yeah,
that's my 5.
I think that's perfect.
Who's the next one?
That's my 5. Buffon, Maldini, Ronaldinho, Brazilian Ronaldo. That's my 5. Ryan, what you saying?
Goalkeeper, Neuer.
Good shot.
Defender Ramos, because I'd want to be in the same team as him, not the opposition team. Midfielder Iniesta, all day. Striker. Are we classing Messi as a striker?
He's a forward.
Yeah, you can for this, yeah, because we're not doing his fantasy. Yeah, you can, because Mertaz or no, Ronaldinho played left wing, but left wing is not a striker, nor a midfielder. That's why I was confused.
You said forward.
It's fantasy in it. You know what I'm saying? In that, so we can run it.
Messi played false 9 anyway, bro.
Yeah, so it's like you can pick it. You can pick a winger as a striker or a midfielder, either or. And it's fantasy. It's not like we're actually picking a team.
Yeah,
go and see one.
Neuer. Fuck centre back.
This guy, the same goalkeeper I wanted to go.
Fuck centre backs. I'm trying to keep the ball, fam. Marcelo.
Okay. Oh, Marcelo.
Sure, though, you know. God almighty. Nah, I don't want to pick him. That's too biased, man. I don't want to pick Cesc.
You could go for Cesc. Don't forget about bias, man. There's no reason. There's nothing wrong with going for Cesc.
No. Let me pick Iniesta. Striker, you know. Hey, BLM, man. Eto. Let's go, man.
What's your 5? Run through that again, then, fam.
Neuer, Marcelo, Iniesta, Eto.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Jez, your time.
Obviously goalkeepers Neuer. Defender. I take Ramos. Midfielder, Modric, and obviously the forward will be Bale. Yeah, this is probably the ones. I missed one. I missed one more, didn't I?
Because it's goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, striker. So you got 3 outfield players.
And I need one more. Right?
Yeah, who did you pick? You picked Neuer. Who was your defender?
I took Ramos as defender. I took Ramos was my defender. Midfielder was Modric, and obviously forward was Bale, innit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? You don't continue to get your questions in, people. Continue to get your questions
He's actually no one's saying Casillas as goalkeeper. I ain't having Casillas.
No, Casillas is quality, but we get to pick one. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's doubting Casillas' greatness.
I think Casillas was slightly overrated. You know?
Yeah, it's like, it depends what you like.
He was slightly overrated. He wasn't as overrated.
Victor Valdez was the main overrated.
Yeah, Victor Valdez was the worst.
Victor Valdez was not that.
Depends. I would ask Timo, but he's not been listed. He's not been paying attention one bit. What are you saying, though? You good, Timo?
I just came back from downstairs, innit? So
yeah, I'm just making sure you're good. That's all. Are you blessed? Excellent, man. You know what I'm saying? Maru's here. Sorry if I butchered your name. I apologize. Says United with McFred is doomed. Yeah, that's why we ain't trying to see McFred this season. Hopefully we pattern it. But in Ten Hag, I trust in it to deal with what he needs to deal with. Because from what I've been seeing in highlights and what I've heard about from preseason games, we're playing better, which he's putting his stamp on the team, and that's all we need. That's all we want. Tell me about it. Okay, now finally, talk to me.
How highly do you rate Alonso? Xabi Alonso.
Oh, very highly. One of the most underrated midfielders in the Premier League.
Oh, Henderson.
Easy.
Do you think he was better than Liverpool's number 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Benitez shifted Liverpool's number 8 out to the other side. That being said, in Gerrard's defense, they played different roles. Xabi Alonso was a deep line 6. Gerrard was an 8, 10.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
I would say Steven Gerrard's prime, from what I've heard and seen, I'd say was 2004 to 2009. Xabi Alonso joined the club in 2004, left the club in 2009. Xabi Alonso, when he left the club, his last season we finished 2nd. Our first season without him, we finished 7th. That's how important he was to our team. But Benitez tried to get him sold for Gareth Barry in it, like a season before. I only Benitez towards the end, man. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah.
But yeah,
But Xabi Alonso, the fact like Spain had that golden period of like 2 Euros and a World Cup, winning 3 straight tournaments, and the midfield options they had, and he was still playing regularly for Spain at those times, shows how good he was.
Quality. Absolutely top notch. To this from Murtaza, Marcelo or Ashley Cole, who's the best ever left back? Let's class Maldini as a centre back for argument's sake. It's Ashley Cole. As good as Marcelo is, Ashley Cole, I say this again, is the best outside, because you've classed Maldini as a centre back. Ashley Cole is the best left back I've seen. The most well balanced, exceptional going forward, exceptional defensively.
If you're talking like technically, it's probably Marcelo, but if you're talking just like
if you're talking just overall, overall, it's Cole.
Overall,
I've not seen better. The only one that rivals him is the guy who you said class as a centre back, because Maldini's the best defender I've ever seen. Period. But if you're classing Maldini as a centre back, you're talking sole left back. So man who just played just left back, it's Ashley Cole. And I've seen him play against my team in his heyday. I've seen him go to Chelsea and be successful as well. Like that whole left hand side when they had Perez and Henry was different. The Arsenal side was different. Like people forget that, but. Yeah, Ashley Cole, I would say.
Yeah, the 04 is different.
Yeah, and then they all realised they weren't winning a Champions League there, and then fucked off.
Yeah, they all bounced to go do what they need to do, innit? I'm saying it makes sense. Makes absolute sense. You lot continue to get your questions in. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Subscribe to the channel. What are you saying, Timo?
It was I think Ashley Cole was pivotal as well in that run, the Champions League run we had.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying in that? Absolutely. Like, he's cold. He was. Absolutely. Well, that's not me like discrediting Marcelo. Marcelo was also a quality left back. Like he's right up there in terms of quality.
But if you ask about, like, let's say if you want to compare, let's say if you ask the question like who's better, Roberto Carlos or Ashley Cole, that's a different conversation.
See, I'm taking, as good as Roberto Carlos is, I'm taking Cole over Roberto Carlos. As good as Roberto Carlos is, I'm taking Ashley Cole over. Definitely. Well, I just like my left back to be able to defend.
Yeah, that's fact, man.
Yeah.
And Roberto Carlos is top notch. Yeah, like if you're talking wing back, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Roberto Carlos didn't do no defending.
Yeah, I don't remember Carlos, but people called him a free kick merchant still.
Yeah, like you know what? He ain't even a free kick merchant. He just had that one special free kick that everybody tried to recreate. That's what it is. I was in the streets trying to recreate that with flyaways when I was a kid. Everyone trying to recreate that, and he did it against France. Like everyone remembers that, and that's one of the best free kicks ever. But he never did that again.
Flawless.
Was it Cam said that about? Sorry, Steve.
No, go on, Timo, finish.
Was it Cam said about you can be average on a, like as a fullback you can be average on the attack, then you have to be good defensively.
No, average defensively.
Yeah. Oh, average defensively.
Yeah. Well, again, that's now. Back then, he was the anomaly. The other fullbacks could defend. Like we're talking about Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole could defend. Maldini could defend. Like
Yeah,
those,
man.
the fullbacks of that era, Gary Neville could defend. Whoever the top fullback is could defend. Like that's what it is. Like them, I'm like, but then it kind of changed with your Brazilians are anomalies. Even though Cafu could defend actually, but like your Roberto Carlos's, Dani Alves, I'm
Marcelo.
saying those, yeah, Marcelo. But Brazilians are like
You know
exception
who
to the rule.
you know who Cafu always speaks very highly of? Trent.
Who?
And Reese, bro.
Yeah. I wish,
More so
yeah,
Trent, but yeah.
and then
more
Trent,
so
he spoke highly of Trent,
Yeah.
and how did Cafu speaking to Trent help him in the Champions League? How did that happen?
It's
What
alright.
happened?
Trent's already got a Champions League, bro. He's already got a Champions League.
You're flawless.
Like I said from bro, like when he, it's not just even the Champions League final, bro. It's like it's every time when he plays against what's it called, Trent family, he makes it his bitch man. Every
Yes.
time, bro.
Trent Alexander-Arnold's 23 and he's already achieved more than your whole football club.
I don't and what like
Hey,
it doesn't
Jez,
change,
you have to
it doesn't
hold
change,
that, man.
and that doesn't change the fact that Trent is getting bitched by Winnie every time they play against. Like, bro, even when he had the Somali allegations, bro, he still was cooking Trent.
The Somali,
Master Somali, you know.
you're a fool, you know.
Yo, flawless.
No, it's true though, flawless. It's true. Like
Man
people
said
were calling him
Somali,
like
you know.
he's Somali. He's not passing the ball. He loses the ball every time. But then he saw Trent, and then he turns like Brazilian.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, go and see what you saying from.
Flawless. You see KDB.
Yeah,
If he continues performing at the rate that he is and wins 2 more Premier Leagues, a Champions League, and let's say he actually performs for Belgium for once.
That ain't gonna happen, but yeah.
Yeah, we know that's not gonna happen, but I'm
The
just
team
being
hasn't even
it's
known.
hypothetical.
hypothetical.
Let him land the hypothetical.
Yeah,
Go for it.
like, do you believe when he retires, do you think he'll be top 5 in terms of Premier midfielders?
If he does what you said, yeah. If he goes on to win 2-3 more Premier League, is the first one of the key players in bringing City their first Champions League and does well and wins Belgium a World Cup, yes, 100%. That's something that's not been done.
He probably is if that happens.
Like
Bro,
if you do that,
I have a
Go on.
big KDB agenda ever since that World Cup, man. Can't lie.
Let it
Which,
go from all
It's
your
that
I
French
don't-
team where he
all-
disappeared against France.
all it shows is just system, and that's not at De Bruyne. I don't blame him for that. Like we've seen it at the highest level. There's very few players who are just put them in any team and they're gonna thrive anymore.
Yeah, he's
And
a
they thrive at the
system
highest
player.
level and impact players, and that's most players. And that's not a
Yeah,
shot at
yeah,
him.
yeah, no,
Will he still be
yeah.
talented? Of course. Like you put De Bruyne in any team, he's gonna be successful to a
yeah.
point. Yes, because he's that good individually. But we see it when he plays for Belgium. It's not the same. That's not his fault. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, when it comes to striking a ball, man, like,
Oh,
we
his
both
striking
feel-
of the ball is beautiful.
we both feel, man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, I
Yeah,
have a
bro,
quick question.
midfield
I have a
as
quick
well,
question for everyone that watches OT basketball, innit? But I just saw a tweet on Twitter.
Go on.
The tweet is pretty much one gotta go. So you gotta cut one out of the 4 players. I gotta name them:
Go.
James Harden, Allen Iverson, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. Who you cutting?
What is this? All of them in their prime?
All on the prime, yeah.
All right, we'll go to you, Timo. Give him the 4 again. Make sure you're listening up, Timo. Give him the 4 again, just.
And by the way, Timo in the prime. By the way, Chris Paul, Allen Iverson, James Harden, Russell Westbrook.
Chris Paul, Allen Iverson, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, all in their prime.
AI,
One
and CP.
gotta go.
Who you cutting?
It's not even that close. AI and CP top 2, and then you can have James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
So who you cutting out? James Harden or Russell Westbrook? Which one?
I put Harden over Westbrook in their prime.
So you
Nah,
cut
you gotta cut someone. Yeah,
You gotta cut one. It's not 1 to 4. It's which one of them would you cut? So you can keep 3 of them and cut one.
You know what? I would cut Westbrook.
Right, fair enough. Would you cut Jazz? I never seen these players in their prime to answer this, so I can't.
No, yeah, I cut Westbrook as well.
Okay.
It's like Westbrook. I'll get twisted. Brian Westbrook was a good player in him, but I don't think his prime wasn't as good as like Harden or AI's or Chris Paul. Harden for me is filled.
Murtaza, you're not listening. AI and Chris Paul top 2. You're not listening again, Murtaza. Carry on, Jess.
Yo, Murtaza always beefing. Frontez says, who will be better this season, Tottenham or Chelsea? Ryan, we'll go to you.
Chelsea.
All right, why are you so confident on that? Talk to us.
Because they're a better team. That's it. It's just that simple. They're a better team.
Yeah.
Like you got to give respect to the way Tottenham have strengthened. You got a very good manager. So have Chelsea. They both got top managers. Tottenham got the better attack. There's no doubt about that. Midfield, Chelsea got the better midfield. I'd still say. And defense, Chelsea are clear. I'd say overall Chelsea still have the better team. So yeah, I still say Chelsea. I still think Chelsea will finish above Tottenham. Not by loads, but I still think they'll finish above Tottenham.
You'll have a better season. Your mob or Chelsea.
I touched already. So I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, you mentioned this. Chelsea. Everyone pretty much thinks Chelsea for a title. This Spurs gas is out of hand. And this is me as someone who I don't even mind Spurs. We have some of the same ops, so I don't mind
Did
Spurs.
you
They
hear,
hate Arsenal too. But they be on crazy thing. Go on.
That guy on TalkSport who said that Spurs will finish second above Liverpool.
Taza said that yesterday.
But that's TalkSport.
Yeah, we know what TalkSport's like. We know
if
that
you have injuries, then you can have the argument. But
this is based on literally without injuries. Just
this is just injuries. Yeah.
This is based on everyone being fit and
anyone could get injuries. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Tottenham could get injuries.
Exactly.
Can you have freak seasons where it happens? Yes, but we're all saying in a normal world, in a season that's not like a one-off. Do Spurs finish above Chelsea? No. Did they finish above Liverpool? No, they're not finishing top two. Why are they finishing top two?
It's a good example. Like remember when United a couple of seasons ago finished second?
Yeah.
Like it's a good example. Like
that's because Liverpool got a load of injuries and Chelsea had Lampard for half the season.
Yeah, and Chelsea was struggling. Like when
if we got all those injuries that season and still finished third.
Goes to show the level. Goes to show the level of Chelsea and the Lampard, isn't it?
Very shit league.
And we were shit for half the season.
Yeah, Mourinho
I can't lie. That's one of the worst Premier Leagues I've ever seen.
Oh, this season was disgusting because I still had Jose there.
Yeah, Jose, see what I'm saying? And Jose Mourinho was at Spurs. Like it's not like people are acting like the teams then are lined up in terms of the teams now. Like if you look at the teams now, everybody seems to be heading in the right direction. And then there's
we lost 6 home league games in a row and finished third. That's how bad it is.
Hey, man. You let them in.
Everyone, you lot were losing to Fulham, Brighton, and them man.
Bro, you let them in score at your stadium, man. Hold that, man.
You lot really lost to Fulham and Brighton and that lot, innit?
Yeah,
I remember when I was playing
that losing run at home was Burnley, Brighton, City, Everton, Chelsea, Fulham.
This was one of the most disgusting losing records I saw at Anfield.
That was nasty.
Oh, it's disgusting.
That was nasty.
So, I just want to say this was a free season. Unless something like this happens, I don't see us finishing like anywhere near second or so.
I think people are underestimating, providing City and Liverpool just don't do anything just don't decline massively. How much it takes for another team to finish above either one of them, because you're gonna have to go on probably like some mad winning run, because Liverpool and City normally go on these mad winning runs in a season. You're talking 9-10 games at least winning run in the league. That just takes them kind of clear of everyone else. Spurs and Chelsea haven't proved they can do that yet.
Exactly. That's why we're not in a title race this season anyway.
Breaking
for a title race.
What's the breaking news?
Apparently, Ryan's boy Mane scored in the family.
Sadio lad.
Yeah, scored a penalty.
Yeah, Ryan, you've been saying this that you're not in a title race, so you think City just walk away with it? So you think they win the league by
I think City win it comfortably. Yeah, I think City win it by at least
double digits. 8 points. But 8 points, so you'll be in it till what? Game 34, 35?
I can see City. Okay, maybe 10 points, but I can see City
So you're in it till game
being ahead and sealing it 4 or 5 games left.
Yeah, so that's why I said game 33, so game week 32, 33.
Yeah, but then maybe getting a few dodgy, and then after City win it, mathematically they'll get a few dodgy.
They close the gap. So you're saying you expect it
closer than what it is.
So you're saying end of April is a wrap.
Maybe even before that,
Is game 8? Is game 32? Is game 32 like end of April?
It's sometime in April.
So you're saying basically middle to late
By
April.
that time, mathematically, it'll be done.
Yeah. I disagree, but we'll see. I don't think there's a big gap.
When do you think it's going to?
Pretty much game 35, 36. I expect them to win by more than a point, but I expect you to be in a title race up until game 35, 36. Like it's still there. Like you could be 4 points off them with.
It depends if Man City
with
replace
3 games to go.
Because apparently they're buying Cucurella, but in terms of forward situation, and we don't know if they're going to replace Jesus and Sterling.
Well, Haaland's the Jesus replacement.
You know, there is about City. One thing I will say, and this kind of applies to us as well. I'll admit it applies to us. That's why I think it cancels out. It's going to be really, really interesting to see, because both teams are changing systems slightly, because obviously both teams have got all out and out nines now. They can't play false nines or anything like that anymore. So the way they change system, it'll be very interesting to see how they play, both City and Liverpool, and especially City, I feel, because like they played false nine for like 2 years, and it's a big adjustment going to someone like Haaland, who I never thought would be like a pet player. So like, I think it might take time for City to fully adjust the system during the season. And they could
KDB is going to get that role. I think KDB is going to go off this season. I think he's going to get that.
People are suggesting they go to a 4-2-3-1 and push KDB in the 10. I don't think they change formation like that.
I think they stick the same and just play the 4-3-3.
They probably play the same.
You know what? Because with City as well, the biggest weapon that they have when they go forward is those it's those 8s in it. Those 2 8s who make those inverted runs and then they cut it back, and that's City's biggest weapon on how they score goals. And if they change to a 4-2-3-1, they kind of lose that in it. So like, I don't think he does that. But I don't think. But then we're changing to an out-and-out striker as well when we've not really played like that.
You'll be fine. You'll score goals. That's why I don't think you lot won't be in a title race. I think you will be in a title race. I think that's crazy to think you won't be. I don't think the gaps got bigger to the point where it goes from 1 to 10.
All right, you know what I'll say? If we keep a lot of our important players fit, and by that I mean Thiago, Van Dijk, Trent, you know, the spine of the team, I'd say, because Thiago's crucial. The winning his record with when he's in the team proves that we'll be in a title race then. But I don't trust Thiago's injury record. That's what gives me no confidence.
Well, I still think you'll be all right. I want you to be right. I'd love for you lot to be like nowhere near a title race and drop out of the top 4. I just don't see it happening. I think your players are too good and your manager's too good.
Who will be your front 3 next season?
Ryan, he's talking to you.
Yeah.
Salah, Núñez, Diaz. That'll be the front 3. And I
Salah
think
who?
it should be that, to be honest.
Salah, Diaz, Núñez.
Salah, Núñez.
Núñez through the middle, Diaz left, Salah right.
Yep.
Left, Salah.
See, I think that's a good front 3.
Well, is Carvalho going to play in the midfield?
He's a squad player, bro. He's not going to be.
Well, he'll start out as a squad player, innit? And they'll slowly drift him in. I think he'll start off as like a backup for Salah, maybe at times.
Because I had a debate Lindy on the Spurs group chat and saying that for me, Carvalho is not the type of player that comes to Liverpool straight away. It's a consistent starter because obviously,
of course.
How Liverpool play, obviously they play like the 4-3-3. They don't really play like a 4-2-3-1, for example. Like that. And I said before, why is Liverpool gonna make Carvalho a consistent starter when it's gonna be his first season and Liverpool's trying to go for all competitions, trying to win the Premier League and everything? Like,
he's going from the Championship to the Premier League as well. People forgetting that.
It's 100%. So it's like I don't think there's going to be a formation change. Maybe a formation change in early FA Cup games.
People are suggesting Klopp changes to 4-2-3-1. I don't think he does. He sticks with 4-3-3 in my opinion.
Put the jersey on, team. What the fuck?
So yeah, just to get to this, the Lakers winning back-to-back titles this coming season and the season after, absolutely not.
Listen, man,
you lot
I don't want to entertain
you lot continue to get your questions in as well. It don't have to be on the topic we're talking about. It doesn't have to be the sport. Get your questions in. Yeah, go on, Simon.
So, guys, rank these English midfielders at their best. Let me think. Oh yeah, Grealish, Maddison, Foden, Mount, and Bellingham. Rank them like.
Bro, you said midfielder, but 2 of them play on the wing.
Yeah.
No, but they're 10. But they're 8 and 10 naturally, man. They're both 8 and 10s, man. Come on, man.
But let's be honest, bro. I see them more often play on the wing.
Grealish can play 10, bro.
Yeah, he can, but I see him more often on the wing though. The same with Foden. It's
Same
like
Foden, yeah.
I see him more often on the wide areas.
Right, cool. Take out Bellingham 10s then, because these man play 10s, man.
Mount's
Who would have
bottom.
Mount who? Mount,
Madison,
Foden, Grealish.
Grealish.
Mount. Yeah,
Fuck,
Mount
I'd
is
go
definitely
Grealish,
yeah.
Madison, Foden, Mount.
If we're saying primes right now, I'd go probably put Grealish top.
Yeah.
That's just me.
And then
Grealish.
Madison,
I'd go
Foden.
I'd go. Mine would be Grealish, Foden, Mount. No, Grealish, Foden, Madison, Mount.
Yeah.
That'd be my fault.
Yeah, Grealish is top, Mount's bottom, and it depends who you have in the middle. Mount is nowhere near. Mount's not as good as any of those three.
This guy's so
I'm
childish.
just laughing because I was thinking about something that I call Mount like the defensive number 10, innit?
Yeah.
Just like
Well, the pressing number 10. Oh,
Oh, man,
You want to hear my unbiased one, man?
He's the no season. He's the no season Valverde. That's what he is. Yeah, go on, C1.
Yeah, let's hear unbiased Chelsea fan now. We're not Timo.
do that.
So Grealish number 1. He's one of the best players in the league when he's on form.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've been pissed, I've been slandering. I'll go forward.
Hey,
Foden
see
number
what you
2.
ain't proper fucking Chelsea, mate.
Bro, I'm an honest man. Shush, man.
Fucking Chelsea, man. Go on.
Grealish, Foden, Mount, Madison, man.
Yeah, proper
you think
fucking
Mount's better than
Chelsea, mate.
Madders?
He's more consistent than my man, bro.
I agree with that though. Still.
Like Madison's only been consistent this year, man. Like, the last 2 years he's been injury prone, bro.
I don't even think Madison's like even last season was that consistent. Like, I think he was consistent in terms of patches, but he wasn't consistent throughout the season.
Consistent in
Madders is
what?
better than
What's the
most,
context here about consistent?
What you mean?
No, because he said no. He did though. He just said at their best. So that's nothing to do with consistency. Because C1 said at their best.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go bed now. Innit? I need to.
All right, bless her, Ryan. Yeah, calm. No stress. Big up. Bless her.
Yo, Timo, the game's starting in 20 minutes.
Probably Foden head of Grealish at this point.
Nah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Timo, the game's starting in 20 minutes, by the way.
I was gonna say, yeah, when does the game start? I was gonna say that. Taha says, yeah, he's actually gone, but yeah, big up the panel need to see that Ryan flawless boxing match. You was on there, man. He don't want it, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it. I said, let's do it. Because he was talking rubbish about it for months and I just ignored him. And then I was like, all right, we can do this. We don't even have to film it. I was like, I'll go get the gloves and we can run this. And he went on it. You seen it today in the chat. I've got the screenshots, man. Yeah, you seen it today in the chat on Lewis's channel. When man said, he was like, oh, I need to get my fitness up. You don't want to smoke, man. You know, I punch him out. You don't want no smoke. I said, I'll do it. All right, he's the only person I was literally like box for free. It was like, yeah, I just enjoy punching him up. Liverpool will shock everyone and win the league. We have the consistency to make it happen to Spirits. I can see Liverpool winning the league. Like, I think it's, if it's not City, it's Liverpool. If it's not City, it's Liverpool.
But flawless, man. I feel like Sancho's going to surprise a lot of people next season, man.
Well, absolutely. I agree.
I think people that... Obviously, I take the piss out of him because he plays Man United, man, but I'll be real, man. Yeah. I wanted him at Chelsea so badly, bro. Like, fam, man was doing the Sancho, you know, like that Sancho and us on day on Twitter, fam. That's how I'm doing, fam. Get this guy the club, fam.
You know what? Quiet about it.
From a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't be confident against the top 6 sides, which makes the season interesting. Liverpool will do fine. Like I said, they have to try and overtake City. That's their job to do, and that's going to be tough. What are you smiling about, Timo?
Hey, Di Matteo.
I think Chelsea's playing the best one.
There's only one Di Matteo.
Okay, all right. Whatever it is. Big up Charles McCormack, who says, hey, don't like saying it, but City have landed a monster with Haaland, but think Liverpool not so much. United, the biggest improvement this season. Watch. I do agree with you in terms of City have landed a monster. Liverpool, I think, will be fine because I still think they're the second best team in the country. United, biggest improvement. Probably people sleeping on us, which is all well and good for the first time. I've not, this is the first season in a long time. People legit haven't been expecting that much from us. There's no title hype. There's no, all he's here, he's reset the culture and all this rubbish. It's just good vibes and good optimism currently. And no one's expecting us to win the league. No one's expecting us to challenge for the league. not too many are expecting us to finish top 4. So I think like for the first time, the expectations are reasonable, which can only help. I'm genuinely looking forward. I'm tired of talking about it. I just want the season to start. I'm tired, legit. I need the Premier League back. I need watch-alongs back. I need to start watching Manchester United again in competitive football. I'm tired. I'm at that point now where I miss it so much.
You want to go to the games, innit? You want to go to the games?
Yeah, I want to go games too as well. Like I'm tired, man. Like it's kind of like because we had last season we had the Euros, innit? This time.
Last season, yeah.
Was it this time? Was it this? Yeah, it was this time last season because the Euros were supposed to be. It was 2021.
Like last week.
So with that, that's why it is for the first time. I think content creating. I've never had a break. There's always been competitive football. Like it was Premier League, and then even during the break, you had Copa America. There was the Euros. But now, like this break, I'm tired now. You know what I'm saying? The football stopped, the NBA stopped, and I'm like, I'm just ready for football again at this point. Like, I don't want to do no more Q&As and Man United and other shows without, but I gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 weeks away, I think. But I'm just tired, people. Like I'm like, all right, let's get the show on the road.
I think this is what like it's me personally because I'm a season ticket holder. Like, last couple of years it's been horrible in terms of as a match going fans all in all. I think it's just like after last season. No, I think after the end of 2021 season, like 2021, where we won Champions League. After that, I just want to get back to the stadiums and then just to feel the in it, just where we used to be like on a regular basis, weekend in and out, man. Like, but lockdown kind of like you missed it big time, but you realize how much you missed it. But at the end of the day, like you as a football player, you do want to watch like live games all in all.
Yeah, I've already said that I'm definitely looking to get to more live games this season coming up. Definitely. I don't know if the COVID restrictions have kind of dropped because that's what slowed it down last season where I could have went to a couple of games and didn't. But I'm definitely looking. But I want to go more so the away games. If I'm not sat in the Stretford End at Old Trafford, I hate going in it. Like it sucks. Everybody just be sitting down chilling. Whereas when you're in, for those that have been to Old Trafford, United fans, when you're in the Stretford End, everyone stood up singing for the whole game. Like that's what I'm on. I'm on them vibes. Like when I go, I'm singing for the whole game. Shout out Deviant. Me and Deviant went Everton away when we were just singing for the whole game. Shit was fun. The game was terrible because we got battered. But man enjoyed the experience, just shouting abuse at Scousers for an hour and a half. Shit was brilliant. I'm saying, bring me that. That's what I'm saying. Like when I go, it's like if I'm not signing a strap for them, the whole team, like obviously if it's a big game, then the atmosphere is going to be good. And it's that upbeat. The atmosphere for that first game against Brighton is going to be very good. That third game of the season at home to Liverpool, the atmosphere going to be electric as well. But I'm just hoping it continues. But I've said this before. I'll say it again. I want to get to one of the big 6 grounds away from home. I've never been. But flawless this season is one of the objectives to finish above Arsenal. No, I never look at it like that. But actually, tell a lie. I don't look at this season like that. I'm just looking at Manchester United doing... I'm not focused on the outside. We need to concentrate on us. Rather than trying to compete with others, we need to concentrate on getting ourselves together. Let's build our own house.
Yes,
that's what we need to do. Yeah, man, self-awareness.
I find it so weird when fans do this, but like, oh, I need to think about a certain team. Like, nah, fam. Like, for me, it's about can my team do the achievements and the targets that I put on them. Like, I don't give. If Arsenal would have finished above us this year, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like Arsenal fans are so, for example, they're so fixated. Like, they care like they don't care, but they really cared if they finish above us for even if it's not for them playing Champions League football. Like, I don't give a fuck about if I finish above Arsenal. I don't give a fuck about if I finish with Arsenal if it's not Champions League. Like, if it's Europa League and I finish with Arsenal, I don't care.
That's what Jezza said there. I'm looking at it from an objective standpoint. So if you're a Liverpool fan, you're like, I want to win the league. So it's like, the objective is to finish above City. Because more than likely, if you finish above Manchester City, you probably win the league. But I'm not looking at like, if we finish above Arsenal, we could still finish 5th. Like, I'm looking at like break into the top 4. But outside of long-term objectives, because Manchester United have been so bad, I'm focused on short-term, getting a playing style, getting a playing philosophy, getting the most out of the players we have, just the basics. Like people talking about like see one out to dip. People talking about like run. I'm talking about just crawling again. Never mind sprinting and trying to win races. We need to learn to walk. No, we need to learn to crawl. Never mind that. We on our hands and knees, pause. You know what I'm saying? We need to learn how to crawl again. Then we need to learn how to stand up. Then we need to learn to walk. Then we need to learn how to run. Then we need to learn how to sprint. Because at the moment, we can't do any of that. So, yeah, my objective is not to finish above Arsenal. The objective is, like I said, a playing style, a philosophy, getting the most out of the players we have, more entertaining football, more attacking football, and improve our points tally, improve our results against the teams that when we're playing teams who are inferior, can we set up with a plan to try and stop them? So when we go away to the Etihad or Anfield, or we're down the library at the bridge, even though we have a good record there, or when we play away at Spurs, even though we seem to have I know we won there last year, but I don't know what the record is. When we go away to Arsenal, because our record at the Emirates ain't good. And when these teams come to Old Trafford as well, I don't know our record like that. I said minus Chelsea are too good. So how do we look? And then the other teams, your West Hams, how do we fare in Europe? Can we navigate them European ties? And yes, it's the Europa League, but it's a great starting point to see, all right, if we can navigate the Europa League, let's get back into the Champions League. So that's how I'm looking at it in terms of there's so much. So that wouldn't be one of my objectives, no. And Kofi says you're looking forward to finishing fifth. I'm looking forward to seeing my team play football again. You talking about finishing fifth. I haven't once mentioned positions in the Premier League. For the first time ever as a United fan, I've said this, the Europa League takes priority for me personally over the Premier League. I'm watching the Europa League more closely. I think that's our best chance of success. I think that's our best chance of getting in back into the Champions League. Of course, if we finish top 4, great. But bring me Europa. If you go for me Europa League and a 6th place finish, or 4th and no Europa League, I'm taking the first option. But that's what I understand where we're at. Well, that's just me. Of course, your objective change depending on where your Timo as a Chelsea fan, his objectives are going to be much different. Liverpool, their objectives are going to be much different. City fans, if you can find them, their objectives are going to be much different. John says, why I said it was we only beat Arsenal and United and we drew against Tottenham, City and Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea just match up well against Liverpool. And Spurs, they have the play. That's why Spurs do well against City as well. They have the team to sit on the break and hit you with a counter-attack. And City are just a tough team to beat. No one outside the Spurs really has a good record against them. That's
like
what
even sometimes we've been lucky defeated because it's weird because even City at times like when we played them, they're far the superior team against us. They get best chances, but then they don't finish the chances, and then they regret it by not scoring them by us obviously eventually getting a goal in. Like even in the cup final when we played them against Ryan Mason, it took them until like the 80th minute to score a goal. Like it took they just struggle against us like to score against like us for whatever reason. I don't know what it is.
I think certain teams just have good records against certain teams, like us against Chelsea. They ain't beat us in years in the league. Like they never beat Ole. Everybody beat Ole, but they didn't. It's just one of them things. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Kofi says, lowering standards is what you're doing. Your manager has said his squad is great. You should be aiming higher, mate. All right, Kofi, 2 questions for you. Well, more than 2 questions. 1, who's your team? Number 2, how am I lowering the standards? The manager says the squad is great. So let me break this down. You're not new here because I've seen your name before. So you're just trolling. So this isn't normally a conversation I would entertain, but since we're on live streams, sometimes you have to educate and entertain. Of course, the manager is going to turn around and say the squad is great. What manager? I'll ask the rest of the chat and Timo and Jez. Has a manager ever joined a team that you lot know, so not just your team, any team in the European leagues, and got this squad is shit? Has that ever happened?
Oh, I heard Conte say every day can become world class, bro.
There we go then. So that's the answer to no to that. So of course he's going to say the squad is great. How should I be aiming higher? Okay, are Manchester United current, and Jez, I'll ask you, I don't even know if Timo's listening. Are Manchester United currently constructed better than Manchester City?
No.
Are Manchester United currently as constructed better than Liverpool?
No.
Are Manchester United currently as constructed better than Chelsea?
No.
Are Manchester United currently as constructed better than Spurs?
You can argue in a. You can argue.
So you can argue it. It's the argument to be. So it's the argument to be had. Are United currently constructed as better than Arsenal?
Yeah, you can argue that as well.
Okay, so I just named the 6 best teams in the country, and you've both said we're 4th at best, correct?
Yeah.
So where should you? So United, and I've said this many a time. United at best will finish 4th in the league. So I don't understand how that's lowering the standards. If we finish 4th, all well and good. So you telling me, Kofi, we can finish 3rd, 2nd, or 1st? Is that what we're saying? You talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't lower my standards. It's more of the expectation of I know where my team is at. And what team do you support? That's what I want to know. Because I'm not one of these delusional fans who tell you, oh, United can win the league. No. And our squad isn't great. If our squad's so great, why is our manager trying to change the team? Because he knows the squad ain't great. That's why he's trying to bring in 5 or 6 players.
Mhm.
He's signing 2 midfielders. He signed a centre back. He signed a left back. He's trying to sign a right winger and a striker. Nah, this ain't it. LA says another relegation fight for Everton this season. They're losing already versus an MLS team. Yeah, they'll probably be in a relegation dogfight. That's your boy there.
With Lampard as the manager, had a
Oh my day! Hey, we're facing Lampard in the first game, man. Allow it.
Yeah, you're gonna beat. I hope you beat him. I hope you just don't give him 3 points like last time.
Absolutely.
Like, cause I watched them against Arsenal. Like,
you know what? I'm looking forward to drive up 8 hours return trip to Everton. Fucking hell, man.
But I watched them against Arsenal the first 10 minutes.
Why they put us on 5:30 p.m. kickoff when I go to Goodison Park? It's disgraceful by Sky Sports.
You should have just went out. Wait, was it a Saturday or was it a Sunday?
Saturday, 5:30 p.m. kickoff.
You should have just went out in Liverpool, fam.
I want someone to drive me there. I don't want to go fight.
Wait, you got no one to drive you there? I'm sure you got someone to drive you there. Oh, the girl you be talking to, one of them drives. Serious? One of them drives.
And he knows people smart as well.
Yeah, you can always buy one of them drive. You should just ask one of them.
There's no shame asking a girl to drive him.
Yeah, there ain't no shit. I would have done it. I'm saying I've traveled places with y'all like it's calm. I'm saying man got to my destination, like that's all it matters. This guy joke. Yo, hit the like button on the video before we close out. People, hit the like button. Share this across all the socials. Please subscribe to the channel. We're also back today for the Man United podcast, 5:30 p.m. Then I'll be on Twitch with Rants and Aaron talking all things Manchester United, all things. And then there'll be a fan calling show live on the Twitch, people. Fan calling show live on the Twitch. That's all tomorrow. Then Friday, you may get Stats, Facts, and Vibes. I'm not sure. I don't even know how Bainesy's doing. Then you may get a Pro Clubs later. And Saturday, I'm not around. Then Sunday, I'll be on Unfiltered Podcast on Saeed's channel with the man them. Shout out to Saeed, shout out to Andy Tate, shout out to James. And then obviously you'll get the Q&A as well. But check out the upcoming live stream schedule. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do that. John says, why are United fans still believing that they will get De Jong? Look at the ballers that he's around in the club he's playing for. Just because of all the things that have transpired. The fact that Barcelona don't want him, number 1. Number 2, they need the money. Number 3, they're playing him out of position. Number 4, they owe him money. So that's why I've already said I don't know in it. You know what I'm saying? And I've already said I don't know what's going to happen because them are the crooks. So I'm just like, I've never seen anything like it. So the player wants to leave. Well, no, they want to sell the player. We don't know if the player wants to leave. They owe him 17 million. It's all a mess. They're playing him out of position in preseason games. I don't know in it.
No, the thing is, all the position one actually is they've been doing the actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he's been playing since already last season. I heard even some Ajax fan in my comments on Twitter told me he actually played sometimes centre back at Ajax sometimes.
Oh, did he?
Not new. Yeah, he play occasionally. It's not like a thing where like because you know how De Jong plays, like he plays very deep in it to kind of collect the ball. Sometimes what happens is he plays in the middle of like a back three, but because Ten Hag plays a lot of possession-based football, that's why it kind of allows him to kind of be able to be like the middle centre back and just carry with the ball forward in it instead of collecting the ball from the back to forfeit some. Like he's not actually playing centre back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, but it's like some techie stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I heard what you're saying. You know, like this whole De Jong thing is like even some United fans that I talked to, they said they're 100% confident that they losing a little bit of faith because like it's weird because like the buying player they're saying they own him money yet they're buying Lewandowski for 50 million euros. They bought Rafinha for 72 million euros.
What a crooks, man.
They registered AC and Kessie. So it's like obviously they getting sign-on fees as well. So it's like You see all this happening. So for me, it's like I don't know exactly what's going on. Like, is he happy to just stay there completely and just wait until he gets the money, or does he really just wants to be out but he wants to get paid? Like, I'm confused. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be United player. You know, I just don't know.
That's it, man. I don't know. I'm in the I don't know bracket. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what it is. I'm in the I don't know bracket. Hey, Kofi, man, don't dip. Where you at, fam? Let's have the conversation. You know what I'm saying, you said something. I respond. Yeah. Please respond, man. I enjoy these type of debates when people say this. So please don't dip. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go. You have my attention now. Adele says all things gal with rants. Yeah, there's always a gal analogy around the corner. He says Andrew Tate, who's the real Andrew Tate, whichever, both in it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Andy Tate though, man. True legend, man. Like the way his clips still circulate is crazy. Like I wanted it when he's going in on David Moyes and that. Moyes. Like it was. It is. Kenchi says, yo, Flawless, you're right. Let me say it like the late King Von. We might just surprise. Yo, we'll see, innit? We'll see. Like with United, like I said, I know where my teams are. People want me to be. I think certain United fans want me to be delusional, and then certain rival fans want me to be delusional. That's not one thing I'll never be. And this is why I'll never go viral. Ever. Because I'm not one of those. Like, I'm not here. I could easily jump on this microphone and rant and rave and jump up and down and say crazy things and go viral. And be a shock jock. Do the gal. Shout out to a gal, because me and a gal are cool. But I could easily do that. Could easily sit on this microphone right now and say, yeah, United have a title winning defense. That gets clipped up, me saying that on this channel, and that shit goes viral tonight. I wake, but it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm saying I could say Ten Hag's the best ever, the best manager in the league, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm saying I put too much thought into my opinions, right or wrong, and I get more wrong than I get right. Don't get mistaken, but there's a thought process into everything I say in regards to football. I'll give you my answer and why. So I'm not one of them guys in it. This ain't the channel. Yeah, we'll run bants and jokes here, absolutely, but when it comes, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not here to be a shot jock or go viral. I'm saying I'm not Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't do that. Nah. John says, though, was you gonna say something, Jess? Did I cut you off?
No, you didn't say anything.
All right. The only way I see them selling is if United give them 100 million. We'll soon find. I don't know, innit? Like I said, I've never seen anything like the Barcelona situation. Mine says, I think we finish in 6th, but for me, Europa is the priority next season. I agree with you in this. Not so much of us finishing 6th, but in terms of Europa League is the one to target. We need a trophy. We need Champions League football. You get both of those things with that one competition. And I think that's an easier competition to navigate than the Premier League finishing top 4 because of the managers and the teams that are around it. 4 of the best managers in Europe are here. Easily. I'm saying, wherever you want to rank Conte because of his European record, cool. But let's say 3 of the top 4 managers in Europe are probably, 3 of the top 5 are probably here. Alongside Ancelotti, who would you say else is top 5? And I know you watch more European football than me, just in terms of managers. Ancelotti, anyone else that sticks out?
Let me read this. In terms of what's the question in my part?
I was saying about the reason why I think United should target the Europa League, because I think that's an easier competition to navigate than the Premier League because of the managers that are here. And I was saying, like, 3 of the 5 best managers in Europe are probably here. Probably 4 of the top 10 when you include Conte in that. Is there any other managers in Europe outside of Ancelotti that stick out to you that are currently managing?
Yeah.
I think. Let me think about it because I think I agree with most of the 3 club, Tuchel and Pep definitely in there. Ancelotti's there. Obviously, despite this European record, a lot of teams will still take Conte.
Yeah.
So I put Conte there. Then and then you just argue this is for me easily the top 5. And then this goes from there. Like, obviously Zidane is not doing the job.
Zidane's doing the job.
Spain. So I think those 5 will be the top 5. I would say.
Adil said Hansi Flick. Is Hansi Flick managing? That's why he's not managing.
He's German, so he's not.
Oh yeah, he's not. When I say that, Adil, I'm talking about in Europe in terms of club football, not international.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, a lot of them. I could have told you a lot more, but a lot of them are also to club football now, and to international football now.
Mm-hmm.
So those 5 that I just mentioned, and then you just go to the bracket of like the Nagelsmann, Ten Hag, Inzaghi, Simeone Inzaghi, if you want to argue that, what's my man's name then? At the flexible mattress.
Simeone.
Yeah, you can argue him as well. So I'm saying that I think this is the next bracket. But yeah, I would say these managers in the top 5 for me. I already said it.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, man, that's what I'm on. Flawless, you see Matisse playing ball, horrendous ball. No, I've not watched it. I've not watched it. Shout out to my guy Matisse.
I think he was talking about the foot golf.
Yeah, he's talking about the foot. I need to watch it. I do need to watch it. Shout out my guy Matisse, Saeed, the whole Grizz, the whole Big Six gang. If we win the first 2 games convincingly, not even a high score, but just total domination, and we beat Liverpool at OT, man, I won't lie, I'll be gas flawless. I'll be gas for that moment, but then like the gas will die. The gas will be there for that day. Then other than that, I'm not like getting drawn in that we're gonna do anything of note in the Premier League. Like they have a lot. United have a lot to do for me to convince me. We have to be there game 35. Like challenge. Well, we ain't gonna challenge for the league, but like top 4 race. Like we gotta be there game week 36. Like I'm putting it on teams. But yeah, I'll be gas for the day, 100%. You'll hear me on this mic during watching on this gas for the day. Well, that's it. Like I don't let emotions cloud my logic. That's not me. I'm not with that. I've seen too much football. Are Chelsea wearing kits from last season?
Yes, they are.
How come you wearing kits from last season?
Because you haven't got the away one for the next season.
Why you not got the away one? What happened?
It hasn't been released yet.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, it's about to run out of gas like the fuel crisis. Now just be gassed up for that day, innit? You know what I'm saying? I got 1 tank of gas and that's it. Like, I'm fully aware, man. Like, are we getting to the destination? Say we do win them first 3 games convincingly, including beating Liverpool. What does that mean for the season if we don't win anything? If we finish 6th and the football's is bad and there's no improvement? Like, that's how I'm really looking at it. Big up the legends in the building. Big up to Mohammed. Charles says, and the club he's paying for is trying to scam him out of money he already played minutes for. Yeah, sure, he really wants to stay. Absolutely. And yeah, thank you. I know I'm cute, man. You scammers are wild. I'm saying. I know I'm cute. These scammers always telling me I'm good looking. I know. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to keep telling me. I'm fully aware of how handsome I am. I look at my face every day. I'm extreme. I know. Thank you. Jesus. You don't have to keep telling me though. John says, Barca got a serious group of talent. Their ambition is to get trophies next season. I don't even know who they're playing. Like I said, I just scamming.
They're playing Florida though. They're playing Florida.
I'm saying.
Hey, apparently the Chelsea fans make some jokes that whoever wins it, because Chelsea and Barcelona are in the same city. Yeah. There's a joke like whoever wins that game will get Kounde.
Adele says, I just want to win at Anfield. Of course, that's the game I look forward to. That's the game I look for every season in the fixture list. Away at Anfield. I love nothing more than winning there. It's great. Whether it's Rooney from long distance in the black kit, whether it's John O'Shea, whether it's Juan Mata turning Anfield into Wanfield, whether it's the Rooney one. Like, I love wins at Anfield. Fantastic. Whether it's Forlan, you know what I'm saying, and that we do that making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Giggsy. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? And that. The list goes on.
Van Persie.
Yeah, like it is. Yeah, you lot be wilding in the comments and that. You know what I'm saying? The ones that automatically get stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But big up all the what's it called? The spammers and that. Make sure you leave a like. I think that's it. We're gonna close out shortly, people. Hit the like button on the video. Get your final few questions in for me, Timo, and Jez. Get your questions in. You know what I'm saying? And that. Like, these will be wilding. You know what I'm saying? You seen that as well for a minute.
Did you see?
Yeah, I know. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? And that. And Adil says, also, did Calvin Phillips confirm that this is Pep's final season? He said, I couldn't turn down the opportunity of working with Pep, even if he's only here for a season. Did Calvin Phillips say that? No way he said that.
No way he said that.
Calvin Phillips didn't say that.
No, but I think he's just saying it in a way, like, let's say, he's saying that's like, he's just happy to be working with him, even if it would be like that. Let's say it would have been his final season. He's still happy to be working with him, and I don't think it's his final season, actually. Yeah. And I think he even has like 2 years left on his deal anyway.
Fucking hell.
Flawless. One player we had similar to Maguire for us was Lovren. Always had me worried when we played. You'll be alright, man. You know what I'm saying? In that, you'll be alright. We'll be alright. Like, well, actually, you're a Liverpool fan, but like, so hopefully you lot get Lovren back. But I don't worry. Maybe it's just me in it. I've seen too much carnage in it, so that's what it is. With Ollie, I feel like we're out of jail, but we're still out of jail. We're broke with no job, but we're no longer in jail. Like, we actually have our freedom. Yeah, that's where we're at. Like, we actually have our freedom. It's not ideal. We're sleeping on our brethren's couch, but you know what I'm saying? We're getting there.
We sorting out our life.
Yeah, man. We saw it like with Ten Hag. We saw in our life. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. Because Ollie had me in personal jail. Like, that was just my thoughts on it. I wasn't looking forward to the season. This time last year. Go look at the Q&As and the Man United. I was dreading the season coming up. I wasn't looking forward to it. I was happy about Varane and Sancho, and that was it. That was it. Mohammed says, bad you need to see Eriksen in a new kit. United are so slow. Don't worry about it, man. You're going to see him in a new kit. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen, man. The season don't start for what is it? Is it 3 weeks? Let me check actually. Because it's August the 5th, 6th. Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
2 weeks, yeah.
Shit, it's 2 weeks.
Next week's already coming in your shield.
You're right, because next weekend is the 30th and the 31st, and the weekend after that is the 6th and the 7th.
Yeah.
Jesus. 2 weeks. Let's go. Let's go. I need that, man. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to be sat here talking to Ryan people, no. I'll actually watch some football. You know what I'm saying? And that. I didn't know it was 2 weeks.
Next week is what's the championship starts as well.
It was the championship start. All right, we get some football to watch.
Championship started the 30th.
Right.
Yeah, the community shield as well on Sunday.
All right.
Charity shield.
Yeah, community shield, wherever it is. We got Brian as well, who's a member, says, what do you think of the Tielemans links to United? I spoke on this earlier, but I'll answer it again for you, Brian. I don't think there's anything to it, to be honest. I don't think there's anything to it. However, I'm a fan. But I keep saying this, I seem to be in the minority. I think he's a good player. But others don't seem too fond of him. But if Ten Hag says I want Tielemans, yeah. But I've seen reports today saying that if we don't get De Jong, we're not going to move. There's no plan B because he's very important to his plans, which I'm all for. Fair enough. We'll see. Joey the Don, another member, says, can Ten Hag unlock Fred? Absolutely. I've said Fred can be effective if you put him in there, because he has useful attributes, especially if you're playing a high pressing game, high energy. That's Fred down to a T. The problem is with Fred playing him out of position, picking up the ball off the centre backs, picking up the ball off your fullbacks, picking up the ball off your goalkeeper. No, that's not Fred. Fred's best attributes is when the opposition have the ball. So if you're playing a possession-based game, you have to know where to utilize it. It should be, whether it's De Jong, whether the six next to him should be the one picking up the ball. That's just my thoughts on it. Well, Fred can be utilized, but United need to improve on that area and go and sign another six, and Fred should be back up. I think squad can be an effective squad player. But we'll see. I know people don't like him, but it is what it is. Yeah, exactly that, Adil. Fred and Klopp's system would be crazy. I agree. That kick and run style. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. He suits that down to a T.
Who would be your ideal midfield if you get De Jong?
What, with the current midfielders we have?
If you get De Jong, like what would be the ideal?
I'd play De Jong, Fred, and Donny. That would be my three. I think Fred is the perfect foil for De Jong, and I think De Jong is the perfect foil for Fred. I don't think Fred's of the level required. Like, I want us to improve, but if that's the crop, that's what I'm going with. De Jong and Donny already know each other. They've already played next to each other. They already know Ten Hag's system, and Fred can just be the energy in there. He can just be the guy, win the ball back and pass it to De Jong and Donny. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you setting up attacks. No. I need you just being a nuisance. So that would be mine. Like Brian says there, De Jong, Fred, and Eriksen, that works too. I'm just not trying to see McTominay or Bruno in there, but we probably will, unfortunately. It's the way it is. It's good to see members showing up as well, man. Large up all the members. Do we have the depth, though? What about the forward line? Joey, when you say the depth, though, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? And the forward line needs improvement.
I
I've
think
said
the
this.
squad depth. I think the squad depth.
Oh yeah, we know we need to improve our squad depth. We need to improve our first team, which then will improve the squad depth. Our forward line needs improvement. We don't have enough bodies. People are talking about this Rashford, Sancho, Martial, which is all well and good. Behind that, there's Cristiano Ronaldo who wants to leave, so he might not be here. Alango, Diallo. It's not enough. That is not enough. Ronaldo, Alanga, Diallo is our backup front three currently. That's not enough. That's not good enough. I'm trying to think, and then you're looking at kids behind that. What happened?
Reckless touch. He lost the ball.
You, Timo Werner.
Chelsea.
No, Mishi. No,
Right, that's why he playing for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still there.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, we need improvement. We need improvement all over the pitch.
By the way, meanwhile, Everton are getting packed by some team in Minnesota 3-0 right now.
Mazo.
Oh my days.
Mazo.
Hey, man like Frankfurt, man like
We get moved to by the Minnesota Monsters, yeah? It's peak.
Yeah.
It's peak for you.
So tell me the football team in Minnesota, bro. I literally can't tell you.
I don't know, man.
One thing I know about Minnesota is Brock Lesnar. That's it.
Yeah, man. Exactly, isn't it?
I'm looking at the
Hey,
lineup.
Shelton Benjamin's from there as well, man.
It's
Shelton
not
Benjamin.
even a bad lineup. Fuck it up.
The opportunity to be coached by Pep, I couldn't turn it down, even if Pep's only here for one more year. Hopefully, be a good year. All right, because Adil, you also said that Pep has signed. His contract runs out in 2023. I expect him to re-sign. He don't want to leave there without champs. He don't want to leave there without champs. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Joey says, Sterling, Havertz, Werner, is that how they line up?
In what context?
Is he talking about Joey here? I don't know if he's talking about Joey. Let us know. He's talking about for the game. I know. Is he talking about for this game they're currently playing or in the season?
If you're talking about the season,
Kofi's back. Well done. Go on. Answer both. Go on, fam.
Because we play 3-4-3, then you can have Jorginho, Kante, or Kovacic in the midfield. Probably Mount, Havertz, and Sterling up front. That's the ideal front three at the moment. But if you want to see that lineup, like if you want to drop Mount in the midfield, then safe to say that front three looks good as well. But I just think that Havertz and Werner cannot start together. He has to be one of those two.
I paused the live stream. I'm answering your question you asked me for a while ago. Conte came in and said the level of Tottenham isn't great and still got them top four while making 8 signings. You didn't answer everything questions. I love how people like to try and pick out what he was because I asked more than one question. I asked multiple questions. But never mind. It's because you know the answer and I know the answer. So it's calm. Secondly, Conte didn't. Before you go, Conte didn't land that. Again, people don't listen. Conte didn't land at Spurs and say the team wasn't that great. After playing games, Jez is a Spurs fan. Did Conte not say that after you lost 3 to Burnley? Yes. And was it not 3 games in a row?
No, it was when, what's it called? He came in, we played a couple of games, and then it was the Conference League game that we lost, that when he said the level of the team wasn't really great.
So again, listen, I'm very particular with the words I say. I said no manager lands at a club, sits down and goes in his first press conference and goes, yeah, this team's no good. Now, afterwards, different conversation. But again, I like how you tried to switch this and how you didn't answer it. As you said, and again, I asked you, who do you support? That's why I asked. I also asked what position should United finish in? As you said, I'm lowering the standard. So I'm like, we're arguably the 4th best team. Which I've stated before, because Kofi, I don't think you're new here, that I pretend that the best we can do this season is 4th. That's the very best. Well, that's why I said go and target the Europa League. That's what I'm looking at. But hey, innit? People answer what they want to answer. Joey the Don says, oh yeah, he did say for the season.
Here's the thing. For me, it depends what kind of game you're looking at, because I feel like in the low block, we've seen what Werner do last season. I think he can't do it, pretty much. I think he's pretty much suited against the big 6 sides, plus Southampton, because they play a high line.
I mean, even then, if they play a high line, he still should play it though. He's my favorite player. Don't get me wrong, but I just think we know that. Yeah,
I think he's more suited the high line team.
Yeah, he's suited.
Plus in the Champions League as well. Also, Champions League games. I think he's
Like,
more
he-
suited as well.
I think he suits the pacing in the European games because it's a little bit slower of a pacing as well than the Premier League.
Yeah, so why I said
I do
Champions League
think, I
games,
do
yeah.
think, I do think as well that he does fit highlights, but he's a shit football regardless. Like I see him play against highlights, he still can't finish 1v1, and like you know what I mean. And
Oh, that's a good one. Go on, Joe.
it's not a joke. This is the truth, though. Like at least with Havertz, and I'm watching for Germany, he looks actually a bit better. But like Werner doesn't look good for Germany or for Chelsea. You know?
Just don't look good. Period.
Yeah.
But that Germany team,
Yeah, Havertz looks way better in the Germany team than in the Chelsea team.
Is
in my
he?
opinion. Yes, he does, bro. Trust me. But he does. It's just not that obviously. He's not like a complete goal scorer. He's gonna have like 8 or 10 out of 10 performance every game. But I think I saw a lot more during his time at Chelsea. I think Havertz had better performances in the Germany kit than he had in the Chelsea team. Doesn't mean obviously if they were much better, but I think they were definitely better than in the Chelsea kit. But Werner, he stuck out the place in both teams. Like he just think he had all as a player. Like I don't know how the fuck. What's it called? He finessed you guys to pay him like over 200k in wages. I think he earns more than Son.
Mazda. Jez, who's your favorite Spurs signing so far? This is from Brian.
Probably Bizuma.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Makes sense.
man.
Kofi's back. He says, I support Arsenal. Surprise, surprise. And you guys should be aiming for higher than fourth. Where you finish doesn't matter. You can't get fifth and get gas because you're playing good football. All right, so I just dispel all this. Who said I wouldn't get gas because we're finishing fifth? Like, I never said that. I literally just stated talking about not getting gas, number one. Number two, you're saying we should be aiming for higher than fourth. So what are you telling me, Kofi? Well, actually, Kofi, let me ask you another question. Give me your 1 to 6 out of the big 6 clubs. Where do you rate everyone in terms of 1 to 6? Because I'm saying that United we are not in the top 3. That's mine. So please give me your 1 to 6, and then I know where your opinion's coming from. Now, if you think United are one of the 3 best teams in the league, then this makes sense. If you don't, then this doesn't make sense. And if you think Manchester United are one of the 3 best teams in the league, I don't know what else to tell you. But please give me your 1 to 6. Please give me your 1 to 6. Werner is stinky but effective. He's not effective. He's awful.
He's just awful.
Hey.
He's awful.
Well, it's the only effective thing he does is decoy runs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might sound cliche, but Pulisic doesn't seem like a Chelsea player. I don't know. You your thoughts on Pulisic? Talk to us.
The reason why, because most of the Chelsea fans don't like him because he's more. I think his injury hampered him a lot this, especially last season. He hasn't been starting a lot because of the injury and the fact that people do want him to be sold this summer, which I do think is not possible due to the fact that marketing in the US is much stronger to Pulisic. So at the moment, because Bowley's in charge, I think he doesn't want to lose Pulisic in the sense of the marketing. Because in the US, I think he's one of the biggest superstars out there alongside Bruyne.
Fair enough. Joey says Arsenal are about to have an Ollie experience. I don't even think so. It depends on, like I said, it depends on your expectations for that team, whether you're a fan of it or not. I don't think Arsenal are that good. I think the very best they do is 5th. Like what they did last season. Like their managers, their team ain't all that. Their managers new, so that's what I would say. So yeah, man, Kofi, please let me know. I'm interested to know before we go. What is your 1 to 6, like in terms of rating the teams, please? Because then it gives me a better understanding of why you're saying what you're saying. John says, when I look at Leicester, I look at Maddison, Harvey Barnes to buy, not Tielemans, who Leicester are looking to offload. Depends if you need a 10 or a winger or not, because they all play different positions. I think Maddison's good, but would I sign him for my team? No. But again, you have to be playing a 10. Harvey Barnes, good winger.
Ball control, man.
And again, Tielemans, I'm in the minority. What's the score in that Chelsea game?
0-0, 20 minutes.
And oh yeah, if you lot swear, then it will block it. So if you lot say any swear words, then it will automatically block it. Because I'm seeing there when I look on my phone in the chat or the other tab, that stuff pops up. Because Kofi said also Ten Hag doesn't need to say the team is great. He could have said we have a lot to improve on instead of lying and grinning in the camera before the end of the season where he gets his ass beat. So now you're saying where Ten Hag's gonna get his ass beat, or you're saying I should be aiming higher. Secondly, managers lie all the time. That's why I don't pay no attention. I've not watched a Ten Hag press conference. Not one. Because I don't care.
Do you think managers lies all the time?
Managers lie. Or managers are politicians, yes. You think managers go to press conferences and tell the open truth?
No,
This is what I'm saying. Managers, of course managers lie all the time.
Be professional at the end of the day.
Of course they lie all the time.
Yes,
of course they do.
Even if you've been professional, it doesn't mean not lying.
Yeah, you can be professional and lie. Because you do what's in the best interest of your team. Otherwise, Tuchel would come out every single game and slay all your attackers. How many times has Tuchel been in a press conference and slandered Werner?
None.
How many times has he been in the press conference and slandered Lukaku?
None.
Pulisic?
None.
Callum Hudson-Odoi?
None.
Ziyech?
Nothing. None.
The list goes on. All right, switch that. How many times have you been on Lewis's stream and people on the chat or people on the comments or people on the panel have been slandering Chelsea fans after a game? Every single stream.
Every single stream.
Tuchel's not doing that behind the scenes. Of course he is. When you man are missing open goals and that, you think he's not screwing?
He's angry behind the scenes.
Of course. He's not going to, Werner's awful. Of course he's not going to come out and say that. He might say, yeah, we need to improve, but he ain't going to butcher like behind the scenes. Yeah, of course managers, yes, of course managers. And I understand why managers lie. It's to get the best out of the team. It's like when Jess said it, Conte said, a Dyer can be world class.
Wow, 1-1 in Orlando City Arsenal game.
Yeah, let's go. Shout out Orlando. That's my MLS team. Shout out Orlando.
But even Joseph
go on,
said
Jess.
about Dyer. Joseph said about Dyer that he can also be compared to world class ability because he wanted him at United back then. Like I said, managers lie. And it's cool because it's about making sure the morale of the team stays high.
Facts. All right, that's what it is. Is to make sure, like, of course they're gonna say that. It was come out like, yes, there's exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, like, it's like Ten Hag saying Maguire's had lots of success. Of course he's gonna say that. It's like Klopp blaming the wind. You know what I'm saying? Man, blame the wind for when they drew against Everton. I think Salah missed the chance and he blamed the wind. You know what I'm saying? Pep blamed the grass one time when City played someone. I said the grass was too long. How was that Klopp? It was either one of the two of them. One of them blamed the grass. Like, yo, like Klopp's full of him. Like, he might always blame it. Like that's what it is. Like, you always get it. Managers always saying wild stuff and that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, Kofi, answer the question. I asked you, I answer questions. You ask, answer the question. Give me your 1 to 6. That's how things work here. You ask me questions, cool. If I answer you questions, you answer the question. I said, give me your 1 to 6. We're not just going to bypass what you said. No. We ain't going to do that. And I can see there at the end where you said, I want Arsenal and United to be great again. That's you letting emotions conquer your intelligence. Don't do that. Cloud your intelligence, I should say. Yes, saying Bowen from Jamaica, big up to you. Yeah, man. I think Klopp blamed the grass. I swear, let me know in the chat, people. I swear one of them blamed the grass. Hold on, let me Google this.
It definitely was one of them.
Where's the 1 to 6? I didn't get it. It didn't pop up. So can you give it again, please, Kofi? You didn't give me your 1 to 6. So can you give me your 1 to 6? Yes. Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, give me your 1 to 6. Yeah, man, I know man don't want to answer questions and that. You know what I'm saying? Let me jump on this platform and not want to answer questions. Man, I'm on my case. No. I hold the residents to the same standards as everybody else. That shit don't run over here. Answer the question. Answer the question. Let me see this. Klopp blames grass. See, it comes up on Google when you say, yeah, Klopp blames the wind. Yeah, see, Klopp's 15 most bizarre excuses. Here we go. All right, so we said, Yeah. First, this was after they lost to Southampton. First half, it was difficult. The wind was really strange. It was difficult to handle. You saw 1 or 2 times when the ball stopped in a moment when nobody knew about it. That was difficult for a football to play inside. Here it is. Another game against West Brom. Another disappointing performance. This time thrown away a 2-0 lead to draw with the Baggies in April 2018. He said, "We have to create in the best circumstances to help the boys deliver, and then we let the home team decide they want to water the pitch or not. It's not only for football, it's also dangerous for injuries if the pitch is really dry. I would have said nothing about this probably if we had won, but it's all to see during the game." See, man? Telling you, man. This guy always, there's loads of him. I say 15 excuses, people. Tuchel blamed Stamford Bridge because of the defeat. Yeah, when Jorginho made the mistake, did he not blame the bright lights? Did he not blame the right lights?
Well, we blamed the light. He blamed the lights, actually. Oh, yeah, Ty as well. Ty blamed the rain.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Different.
What?
All right, here we go. So this is your 6. So you think City are the first best team, Tottenham are second, Liverpool are third, Chelsea are 4th, Arsenal are 5th, United are 6th. So how can you? So you think United are the 6th best team in the league? How are we gonna finish 4th? You know what I'm saying? And how do we finish 4th? That's what I'm gonna say. You think we're the 6th best team? He thinks that. Forget even Spurs finishing second, which is nonsense. You think we're the 6th best team in the league. So how are we finishing 4th? That makes no sense. Do you know what I'm saying, people? People just say things with no logic whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And don't group me in with you fans. I'm my own being. I never said I'd be happy finishing 5th. Never said that. I said that would be an improvement on the season. So this is what I'm talking about. People just be saying anything. This is Twitter, people. This is Instagram. This is Twitter, people. This is social media football right here. That man would say that. You know what I'm saying in that? Don't group me in with you fans in that. I never said that. I said it would be an improvement. Depending on the football, there's context to everything. But answer my question. How are United supposed to be aiming for 4th when you have us as the 6th best team in the league and you think the players are rubbish? People just say anything. Spurs second is wild. You know what I'm saying? That's just nonsense. But here we are. Spurs second is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, Brian. Yeah. Ollie blaming the red seats at OT is crazy. That's correct. But hey, managers are going to manage. Yeah, man. Managers blame, like, this is what I'm talking about. People just be saying everything. You know what I'm saying? United should be aiming for 3rd, but we're the 6th best team in the league. Make that make sense. He said 3rd, but we're the 6th best team in the league in his eyes. So why should we be aiming for whatever, man? All right, okay. Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Yes,
what I'm saying, and fifth would be an improvement because we finished 6th last season. So if we play better football and finish 5th, that's an improvement on both standpoints. Now, however, if we finish 5th and don't win the Europa League, I'm gonna be annoyed. Don't group me in with you fans. I'm very specific. So don't you fans me. Don't do that because I don't do that to you. I don't group you in with Arsenal fans. I don't group me in with Manchester United fans. We're here doing a show. Ask me. Don't presume shit.
Oh, okay. So Fabrizio just put a tweet. Jules Kounde deal. Chelsea are not feeling confident as 55 million bid was in line with severe expectation, but still waiting for the green light. Thursday, key day. Deal until 2027. Offer to Kounde. No Barca bid as of now. Okay. Today gonna be interesting. Let's go.
Here we go. He's trying to say, Manchester United Football Club, you can't finish 5th, but you don't look at the mess that needs to be sorted. Again, that's right, John, because people look at it and go, "Oh, you're Manchester United Football Club. You shouldn't be doing this." You know what I'm saying? And that you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. But the thing is with that, that's in Manchester United fan as name only. It's name only.
Nah, Cho got outpowered by a fucking old man.
This guy's crazy. He's watching the game, by the way, people. He's watching the Chelsea game. He's watching the Chelsea game for those that don't know. So if you hear Timo while out, you know why. But back to my original point. Yeah, but we're Manchester United in name only. We are no longer a powerhouse. We are not one of the 3 best teams in the country. So us finishing 3rd is absurd. It's not. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. And he goes on to say, as the fans, managers, and owners have lowered the standards and lapping it up, you sit there agreeing with Rand saying finishing 5th with good football is okay. I heard it, brother. Stick on it. No. You didn't hear. You heard wrong because I've specifically said. One sec, Timo. I'm talking here, fam. I specifically said and mentioned Europa League. But if you want to leave that out, cool, leave that out. I've mentioned that everywhere I've been. I know what I said better than you, so don't come here trying to tell me what I said. Secondly, we haven't lowered the standard. The managers and the owners, no, actually, they haven't lowered the standards. I just understand where we're at. You think we're the 6th best team in the league. So why should we finish 3rd? That makes no sense. That's dumb. That's just straight foolishness. But hey, you are like Arsenal fans are a different breed at times. So here we are in it. We get into it. Absolute nonsense. Jazz, where do you think Spurs will finish? No, actually, tell a lie. Let me say. Yeah. Where do you think Spurs? What squad? Yeah, where would you rate Spurs as a squad in the league? What do you think you are?
I think
1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th best.
Personally, I think we're the 4th best team in the league.
Okay. So you think you're the 4th best team in the league? So you're not expecting your team to finish 2nd, are you?
Not really, no. Unless
you're not expecting your team to win the league, right?
No.
Okay. Timo, where do you rank Chelsea in the league?
3rd.
Okay, so you're not expecting to go into the season to win the league, are you?
No.
Okay, because you're the 3rd best team. That's just common sense. But here we are in it. You know what I'm saying? That's just common sense. I think personally, United are probably, I would call us 5th. So 5th is probably where we'll end up. 4th at best, depending on injuries and stuff. Yeah, like, that's what it is. That Europa League though, that's the one. I keep reiterating this. We have to win that. If we don't win that, I'm gonna be disappointed. But hey, Arsenal fans for you, innit? You know what I'm saying? Right, people. Yeah, man, people don't understand this though. You know what I'm saying? It's called being realistic about your team, Kofi. Respect, like, yeah, it's realism. All of a sudden, we should expect to finish 3rd, but we're the 6th best team in the league. Makes no sense whatsoever. That's just plain
Beyond
stupidity.
Yeah,
he had us behind Arsenal, but we should finish 3rd. Like I say, trolls, this is social media for you. And I'm not saying Kofi's like that. I'm saying thoughts and opinions are like that. Where people will say things, and then when you talk to them, it's like, that makes no sense. John says, I'm not going to lie, if I watch that atrocious football from United, I just want to see better football. No rush for a trophy. For me, it's both. Because better football equates to more productive football. Most teams that play better football and more cohesive football win trophies. Whether that's City, whether that's Liverpool, whether that's Chelsea. Those three, like Chelsea football may not be pretty on the eye, but it's cohesive. They have a plan of attack. It's just that their attackers are no good. But here we are in it. According to Kofi, it's me lowering the standards in it. All right. Me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a bearing on what goes on at the football club. If I had a bearing, all them players wouldn't be there. But, you know, it is what it is. But John, I want both. I want better football. I also want a trophy as well. Okay. Signing De Jong, Martinez, Anthony, Sancho, Varane, Malacia, Ericsson in 2 summers just to finish 5th and be okay with it. Unbelievable. I say you finish 6th because from top to bottom, you settled for mediocrity. All right, so we'll go to the back end for this. So because what I settled for affects the football pitch. That's what we're saying. So because what I want, you know what I'm saying, has a bearing. Hey, Timo, do I have a bearing on Manchester United's results? Does my opinion, me talking on this mic, do I have an impact on it?
No. Not really.
Hey, Jez, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yo, does me talking on this microphone affect Manchester United's pitch, Manchester United's results on the pitch?
No.
Okay. All right. So he said signing De Jong, who we've not got. Signing Martinez, Anthony, who we've not got as well. So that's a myth. So Martinez, Sancho, Varane, Malacia, Ericsson in 2 summers just to be finished 5th and be okay with it. Because that's where we are. That's why. Even with the players you mentioned, even though we don't have 2 of them, we are the 5th best team in the league because the other teams are better than us. Now we have to try and close the gap. But according to you, it's mediocrity. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I have more power in it. I must be Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. But here we are in it. Like I said, people, this is so... You see why I don't talk football on social media is because of stuff like this. Because we're the 5th... Because I think we're the 5th best team in the league, so I'm saying we'll probably finish 5th. Now we should close the gap. the summer after, the summer after. New manager, by the way. Bear in mind, 3 of the best managers are in Europe and in this league as well, and are all better than our current manager. They all have better players and better squads than us. But we should finish 3rd because we're Manchester United. All right. Arsenal were top spenders last season, but finished 5th. Yeah, man, ain't got the same energy for his own club, though. I know this.
By the way, the top spenders right now in the Premier League.
Yeah, like it is. Okay, see, now you're changing it. So it's even me, because I don't think like my fan base. Because Manchester United have millions upon millions in the fan base in that. Whereas you have some people who think we should win the league, which is absolutely stupidity, or challenge or finish top 3, but not one of the best teams. So the popular opinion has a bearing, and your opinion is the popular opinion. That's a myth, because you haven't spoke to millions of fans, so that's a myth. We have a billion worldwide fan base. The Glazers are laughing in their mansion in the US at your rubbish fan base. All right, cool, Kofi. All right, cool. All right, in a bit. But yeah, we're closing out, people. You know what I'm saying? I've done talking to certain people at some point in that. You know what I'm saying? And I've done talking.
Yeah, he's an Arsenal fan, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
like, I'm just done talking to people at some point. Big up Flawless, Timo and Jez. Have a good day. Take care. Big up to you, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. What else am I going to add as well? Mandem United tomorrow, people. Mandem United tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. UK time. I haven't, because Eddie's not bar, I'll have a new special guest host with me for that show, talking all things Manchester United. Then 7 p.m. I'll be on Rance's Twitch with Rance and Aaron. And then in that night, well, tomorrow night, midnight, fan calling show on the Twitch, people. So call in. You know what I'm saying? And that you lot call in. It's open to everyone as well. Big up Joey. They're done as well. I know that I Arsenal fan talking about Champions League. You don't have one in your history. How many positions for United do you still have a question mark on? Pretty much all of them, minus the new signings. Goalkeeper. Actually, for this, it varies, John, because it varies from this season to what I think long term. Do I believe the majority of these players are good enough for United to challenge on all fronts long term? No. But do I believe they're good enough to make us win a Europa League this season, to make us a team that is building blocks, make us one of the 4 best teams in the league, one of the 3 best teams in the league, then challenge, then try and win the league, win the Champions League? So currently right now, for where we're at, yeah, but we need additions, because I always think long term. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I believe De Gea is good enough long term? No. Dalot, still a question mark. De Gea, question mark. Malassia's just got here. Shorentella's not good enough. Maguire not good enough. And this is as first teamers I'm talking about, people. Maguire not good enough. Lindelof not good enough. Bailly's too injury prone. Hopefully he can change that. Varane's injury record is an issue. Martinez is new. McTominay not good enough. Fred, squad player. Eriksen, I do believe, is good enough. Bruno, squad player. Rashford, squad player. Sancho, good enough. Can Martial stay fit? Ronaldo, not good enough. Diallo's young. Alanga's young. So, I'm not really looking at them to rely on them. And then the likes of Iqbal and Charlie Savage are young. So I'm not really counting academy products. But look at what I just said there. There's literally no dead certs. So I have question marks. But I expect Ten Hag to get more out of these players. So I'm just looking at it. It's just building blocks. He's already put his imprint on the team in what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? In the friendlies. So I expect him to continue that during the friendlies, and I expect to see that during the competitive season. So Premier League, domestic cups, Europa League. And that should yield good results. Depends as well on who else we sign. Because we're still linked with Anthony. You know what I'm saying in that? We're still linked with Anthony. We're still linked with De Jong. Reports are we want a right back. Reports are we want a centre forward. What's going on with Cristiano Ronaldo? There's hella question marks with this team. But hey, according to Kofi, we should be finishing 3rd. Even though there's teams that are better than us. You know what I'm saying? There's teams that are better than us, but we should be finishing above them. Make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? Again, man ain't listening. I never said Martial is good enough. I said, can he stay fit? That's my biggest issue. You know what I'm saying in that? I said, can he stay fit? Again, my people don't listen. I legit just said that. Them words just came out of my mouth, but people like to hear what they want to hear. I legit just said, can he stay fit? That is my biggest issue with him. I also want us to sign a striker, which I've said I want us to sign 2 strikers because Cavani left. We need to replace him. And Ronaldo's gone. But hey, innit, like I said, Kofi, you're the guy who tells me Chelsea, City, and Liverpool are better, but we should be finishing above them teams. But, you know, we move. Damn, killed my optimism. It's not even a kill. It's just I'm just a proper realist of where we're at. I'm fully aware of that. If we had a squad I believe could challenge and compete, I'd be here saying, yo, go challenge and compete. But we're not. We're nowhere near them teams currently. We're nowhere near Liverpool. We're nowhere near City. We're nowhere near them teams. We're not close to Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? We're not close to Chelsea. Like, we're not. Don't spin what? What am I spinning? I don't have to lie to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Spin what? What did you hear? You know what I'm saying? I don't switch energy. You know what I'm saying in that? Like, I don't spin nothing. You're the guy that's new here. You on my channel. If you don't like me and I switch energy, dip in it. No one asked you to be here. In a bit, innit? Bye. You know what I'm saying? Might always want to chat shit in a bit. Bye, innit? Don't worry, Charles. We got Ten Hag now, so just know we'll play better football. Hopefully we'll play better football. I hope so, and it seems that way from the friendly matches. But here we are. Like I said, people question me on whatever we want. We can go back and forth in that. But once man start talking personal stuff, is a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That's not running. No, because if I get personal with you lot, that's a whole different conversation. So, you know what I'm saying? And that, like, simple as that. But we're going to close out the show regardless. How long's left in that Chelsea game, Timo?
3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to half time.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to check that. John says, why does McTominay play centre-back for Scotland? Because he's not that good. That's why he plays centre-back for Scotland. Because he's not too good. Simple as that. But here we are. Yeah, man. Arsenal fan talking about Champions League is crazy. It's crazy. But all right, we're closing out the show. Anyway, yo, Timo, anything you want to add before we leave the stream?
Now subscribe, guys. Keep more, get to the 5K.
Yep.
And make sure you also subscribe to the Twitch. And also, against Run and Play, they might be back next week for the championship preview.
Cool.
Big up Mimi as well.
Jez, what are you saying?
Hey, big up everyone in the chat. But everyone, obviously, Flores told you what's of everything that's going to be on today. So make sure that subscribe, like, and see. We had 39 likes right now. Get them likes up to 40.
Get them like up to 40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get them likes up to 40, bro. So, yeah. So, and we're going to, the channel's going to be back with, what's it, Man United, right?
Yeah, Man United. Yeah.
And what's it called? Fan calling as well. So look out for those 2 things.
Yeah, absolutely. Ali J says, well, go on, Flawless. I agree. United can finish third if we get De Jong and another attacker. Chelsea have good signings, but I don't think they have opened the gap on I don't think they've opened the gap on us further. Gives us a chance to clone in. I'd close in. I disagree with this. I think the best we can do is 4th. I don't know why we're better than Chelsea. You could argue they've improved. Not even argue, they have improved.
Defensively, yes.
Both. Actually, defensively, because you've not signed Koundé yet. But let's say, for argument's sake, you get Koundé. Is Koundé better? Is it Koundé an upgrade on Christensen?
Yes.
Is Koulibaly an upgrade on Rudiger?
Yes, he is.
And Sterling's an upgrade on whoever you want to call it. So you've improved. And you could still add to it. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it in regards to that. So we're not finishing third. Like I say, if you expect United to finish third, I'm not telling anyone where what their expectation should just be. I just know where mine are in it. I just deal with realism in it and understand that at best my team is the 4th best squad currently as constructed, even with De Jong and another attacker in there. Because I still think we're far away from top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I must say Koulibaly, even if Koulibaly, let's say Rudiger is slightly better than Koulibaly, they've still improved offensively. And let's switch it. Let's say Koulibaly's better than Christensen and Yeah, Koulibaly's better than Christensen and Rudiger's better than Koundé. So that means they've stayed the same defensively. They've improved in one defender and decreased in another. Their attack's better. So they're either 2 for 1 or 3-0 in terms of improvements and in terms of players. So that's how I look at them. They've improved. I don't know why people think all of a sudden United are going to be so much better. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. But here we are. But love to everyone that has locked in. Make sure you get over to Chelsea Fan TV because Lewis is over there. I might even drop in actually. He's over there streaming. So head over there. Let him know Sarcasm City TV sent you as well. Yeah, whether you're a Chelsea fan or not, make sure you get over there and say bless, go leave a like. Hit the like button on this video. Make sure you share this across all the socials. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Roll to 5K. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.